Good morning, gearheads. It's Sunday. That means it's time for the best comedy breakdowns in the biz. Go to blindmike.net for all of Blind Mike's links for Patreon and Spotify and members-only content. On today's show, Whitney Cummings has jokes cut by the Trump administration. Opie calls out Howard Stern. Joe MATARESE changes format. And if time allows, we return to our own odyssey full of monsters and temptations with G.D. Fenderson's second comedy special. And now, your host, the only podcaster who could single-handedly defeat Medusa,
Blind Mike Geary!
Hello.
Good morning.
I would say if you're asking yourself why is Brandon Roy of the Portland Trailblazers in the intro, it means you're new here. You know, that's on you at this point. If you're wondering that.
Best what if story in basketball, Mike.
The answer, as always, I have no fucking idea, but it's there.
How do you feel about West Coast basketball and keeping basketball in Portland? They're trying to steal Portland basketball.
I've never once thought about it.
How dare
There's
you?
no way Brandon Roy is still in the league, is he?
No, but that's
Okay,
just
all
the
right,
only.
all right. I was gonna say, Jesus Christ.
It's the only copyrightable piece of material I could find with the Blazers.
Okay.
So
Well, good. I'm glad
save
you
the
found.
Blazers, people. Keep them in Portland.
Hello, folks. Casey Day back with us, of course. Good to have you back, Casey.
Good to be here.
A couple of things I wanted to address up top. I saw the Odyssey. I went to the Odyssey. If I say I saw the Odyssey, people go, what? Because blind people aren't allowed the commonality of language. But I was in the movie theater for the Odyssey. And
Sorry about this. What'd you think?
I'm certain I didn't capture all of it. Like, a lot of it is obviously lost on me. I've heard people talk about how visually amazing it is. So clearly I don't get the full experience. But I still love it. That's how good that fucking movie is. I still loved it.
I'm hearing I've heard a few of the tracks on it, but the music is very, thrilling. Did the music get you?
People said Travis Scott is probably going to win Best Original Song, which, by the way, I guess Travis Scott is like the first person you see in this movie, which is kind of unexpected.
He's the bard. He starts the story. He starts to tell the story.
I liked everything about it, and the action stuff. So it is. If you're wondering how I wasn't completely lost, they do have the ads you probably ignore at the beginning of the movie that say like, "Hey, if you're blind, come up to the front desk and get a pair of headphones." I had that. So the audio description does help, especially in like action movies that I've never once enjoyed because I'm totally lost. So that does help. But I was more just interested in the story. It's the best Matt Damon performance I think ever.
Good Will Hunting.
I'll tell you, that's going to be the obvious pushback. People will say Good Will Hunting. Mm-hmm. I just think Good Will Hunting is it's a dumber plot. Like if you think about it, it's a great movie. I love Good Will Hunting. But like if you think about the plot line, it doesn't really hold up. Like it doesn't make a ton of sense. Therapy-wise,
make you do crazy stuff, Mike. That's the
Therapy-wise, it's ridiculous. Where the whole movie is trying to get this guy to open up, and then he's about to tell Robin Williams he loves him at the end, and Robin Williams cuts him off and goes, "Don't worry about it."
Very funny. It's very funny.
Now the whole thing we've been working toward, don't bother.
And then he go get some mid-puss in West Coast.
But he's also like he's kind of playing like cool Matt Damon in that movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where this is like just a totally different thing. Like you don't. I thought the whole time. Again, maybe visually it's different, but I thought the whole time I'd be like, "Hey, that's Matt Damon," but I was like, "Hey, that's Odysseus."
The Martian is up there too. The Martian is amazing.
People like that. It didn't have the same. I wouldn't put it anywhere near the level of the Odyssey, but I liked it a lot. I liked it way more than I thought I would. John Leguizamo really stood out to me as a great character.
Too long? Is it Oscar worthy?
No, it flies by.
Okay.
I did have to get up to piss at one point.
Oh, we call that a Krager's.
Krager's!
Yeah, someone pointed out that Craig just leaves to go to the bathroom so I can plug his show. He goes, "Hey, do plugs."
It's pretty smart. I was thinking about it too. It's pretty.
Not like, "Hey, I'm going to play a clip and you can react to it." Hey, plug me while I go to the bathroom.
You'll run out of things to talk to. Eventually, you'll get to Very Good Chow. I know it. So,
We'll go check out Very Good Show.
yes.
It seems like there hasn't been much on the menu lately.
That's a good one. No, it's been very quiet over there. The restaurant has been closed. Apparently, the health inspector came by or something. So we're just chilling for a bit. He'll let us know when that pizza gets done. When it's ding, it's ready, Mike.
Boom.
Boom. That's his new thing too, by the way.
Boom.
Boom, indeed. Yeah, and again, maybe I'll give the caveat that it could be lost on me visually, but people were very upset that Ellen Page is in the movie, or Elliot Page, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I didn't notice.
You missed it, right?
I think it was a purposeful thing to have a tiny person in that role because it's usually supposed to be a massive figure. I think that creatively that was done on purpose, but to watch people have meltdowns over it, I can't really imagine. I don't know. Maybe I'm blind and that's why it was lost on me. But
Nolan's sort of a genius with his casting because going back to the Prestige with David Bowie, I believe that he put in there, he makes sure that he took a 3,000-year-old film. I saw this somewhere on Twitter, so I didn't, but a 3,000-year-old story. He put Zendaya, Tom Holland, that rapper dude in it, and Elliot Page, and is hey, 20-year-olds, come on, see this, and they did.
But I even story-wise, I think he clearly did it on purpose to modernize it and keep even the language the people were complaining about, that they say "daddy" and stuff like that. I think that was too modernized. By the way, in the Odyssey, Matt Damon wouldn't be in it. That's what I didn't understand. Is hey, Elliot Page wouldn't be in that role. Neither would Matt. They didn't speak English in Greece in the fucking whatever era that was.
So let me ask you the big question, Mike. Do you think Christopher Nolan presents a monotheistic view of the Odyssey? Or do you think that the pagan view that Homer held up is actually more precise to the emotions that you get from watching it? Go ahead.
Craig and I are going to break that down on Tuesday. Bonus episode. You got to pay for that one.
Okay. I liked it. I like the Christianity of that sort of world. It kind of made it more endearing.
I liked it a lot. I liked the story. I liked the relationship element of it. I thought they pulled it off very well. So I genuinely loved it, which I was surprised by. I was I'll go because everyone's talking about it, and the skirt wanted to go. So I was yeah, why not? But I really liked it quite a bit.
Is it in the clubhouse for your movie of the year?
I mean, yeah, but I haven't seen any others.
Okay. Go see. Can I recommend one for you that you should?
I think the only movie I saw in theaters here so far was that Kevin James movie that people. By the way, no standing ovation at the Odyssey. People stood and applauded for Kevin James.
Really?
But yeah, the crowd at the Odyssey did not give us standing up.
While you're in the movie Spirit, go see Project Hail Mary. I think you'll like it. It's
yeah, that's the other one people have talked about.
It's a feel-good movie. The guys that did Lego Movie, which is one of the best movies ever, did that one.
I don't know if it's great. Well, if you like Lego Movie, you'll like this.
Lego Movie's amazing, dude. Come on.
I'll check it out.
But okay, so everyone go see The Odyssey based on Blind Mike's.
Yeah, guys, you know what? I'm giving it my stamp of approval. Now you can finally all go and see it.
Charge!
We give it a charge.
That's right.
One other thing before we get rolling, Mike, because I've seen you talking about it. Any movement on the Luis J. Gomez thing, or did that happen, or what? What's on?
There's movement.
There's movement, people. We have movement.
There's movement. When the great Kirk Minahan snaps his fingers, the world turns. You got a bit of a shout out, by the way.
What?
On Kirk, this came across his caller called in as the Puerto Rican rattlesnake, and so he was like, "What's this, Justin?" So they called me for clarification, and I explained the whole Story Wars thing to him. And Kirk said, "What did the cartoon think?" And I said, "Don't be ridiculous. It was the puppet that was arguing with me." So.
You got to explain which sort of character.
Yeah. Don't make it sound silly. It was a puppet.
I don't know who that guy is, but I'm not a cartoon anymore.
Never gets old. Yes. The bit always works.
Well, that's awesome. So movement's good.
Don't worry about it, I would say. One other thing I wanted to say before we get into it here. More teasing. Just what an incredible loser Seth Simons is. Oh my God. He's tweeting about so Shane Gillis, we talked about it last week. Shane Gillis sold 77,000 fucking tickets at Lincoln Financial.
Jesus.
And broke comedy records, and everyone was very happy for him. It seems like couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. And Seth Simons, the guy that I was gonna say tried to get, but I guess successfully got Shane canceled and fired from SNL years ago. I guess if you go to his Twitter, which I don't even like promote, someone messaged me and was like, "Hey, do another segment shitting on Seth Simons. I think he's earned it." And I'm torn because like I think even this is giving him not that this is any level of clout, but like even this is giving him too much acknowledgement. I kind of like all those. If you notice, all those comedians that he goes after just stopped even mentioning him. Like they don't say his name or anything. I think that's probably the right move because it seems like that's what he wants. But it is interesting if you're looking for a deep dive this afternoon and you want to feel, if you're looking for nostalgia, I guess, if you want to feel like it's 2019 again, go to Seth Simons' Twitter and just, he's tweeting about all the same shit, all the same comedians, still calling them Nazis, and like his tweets about Shane, it's just rooted in jealousy, and it's pretty hilarious to watch. Like it's sad, but also very funny. So I guess go check that out. That was the other thing I wanted to mention before we get into it. All right. I'm hearing a lot of rustling on your end. You okay?
Yeah, no, people were telling me that my volume was low, so I've been trying to fix that. Do you hear me okay, Mike?
A little too well, if anything.
Oh, no. All right. Damn it. You fucking with me, people? Okay.
Go to blindmike.net. That's where you can find all the links for this program, wherever you get podcasts, Apple, video now available on Spotify, all your other podcast platforms, and of course YouTube, where we are live every Sunday at 10 a.m. If you're listening to this later or watching it later, join us live at 10 a.m. on Sundays if you'd like to. Why Are You Laughing? Check that out as well. Same, all platforms. On this very YouTube channel. And Patreon. I've lost what I plug on this show. Patreon and YouTube members is what I usually say. Check out BTH tomorrow night. Me and Tukester and Cardiff Electric. Rumors we may be watching a documentary. I don't know if that's true or not.
Ooh,
but it's been bantied about that we may be doing some kind of watch along. So we'll see. Stay tuned for that tomorrow night. And I guess that's it. All the links at blindmike.net. So check those out and support the show. We appreciate you guys doing that. Like, comment, subscribe. Helps more people find the program. Are you settled in, Casey? Are you all right?
I think we're good.
Maybe we begin now.
We may begin, Mike, with a little update to the Segura, the ex-Segura family that no longer.
Yeah, we talked about this last week. I half expected maybe they would pop in with an episode because it was just such news in the comedy world. People were talking about it. So I thought maybe they would address it. They did not. They're backlogged on episodes anyway. So now that they haven't addressed it this week, I suspect maybe we won't get an episode on it for a month or however far behind they are, which is a little weird. But they didn't. They just put out, whatever regular episode was scheduled. It does seem like maybe Segura put out a Two Bears that was recorded. But they're talking about like the World Cup and stuff, and based on the timeline, it might have been after the news dropped, but he doesn't really get into it. So no real news as far as the Segura-Pajitsky divorce goes, but it doesn't stop people from talking about it. And it seems like, based on reports that we get from the great journalist Unique here, it seems like Christina P did address it on stage. I was wondering for a bit, I was like, oh, is this some bit they're doing where they're going to let everyone report they're divorced and then they come on and play into it, but they're actually not. But based on this, it would have to be an elaborate scheme. I don't think Christina P would write actual material about it on stage in hopes that it leaks on Reddit. So this seems legitimate. But let's go to intrepid reporter Unique with the big story.
So, to the first-hand accounts, this person put, I went. She was excellent. Few bits about the divorce, but they weren't overly hostile. The open mic gag got a big laugh, and I felt worked better for it. She's a top-tier comedian. Really seemed effortless, even checking her notes.
Yeah, so evidently she went on stage, talked about it, like has notes on it, so it's early material. And I mean, it very clearly in the public eye, unless something crazy happens, Christina P has already won the divorce. Even before they announce it, Christina P has won the divorce. Like, people are very much on her side. It seems like even people that were shitting on her for a time kind of feel bad for her to a degree because, at least from the outside, we don't know what goes on in their personal lives, but from the outside, it does seem like a guy going through a midlife crisis that is just abandoning the old wife for this new life that he fancies. You know, he's a croissant maker now. He's producing TV shows and he wears important glasses, and you know, he's a Hollywood guy now. It even seems like Tom is trying to retire from stand-up, so he's just a totally different guy, and that happens in life, even like without the money and all that, like the changes that Tom has made. That just naturally happens in life sometimes, where people grow apart from each other. Based on the fact that she's already got material about it, it seems like it's amicable. Again, Segura made some reference to being around Christina in that podcast. Again, the timeline could be off on that, but it seems like, you know, they're kind of staying in each other's lives for the kids, obviously. This was my thing, and we talked about it last week, but I didn't expect some nasty divorce based on the history these two have and the way they've talked about this stuff in the past. I mean, it would not be beyond celebrities to be hypocritical, certainly. We talk about it seemingly every week on this show, so it wouldn't floor me if there was some ugly, nasty divorce, but it just doesn't seem to fit their personalities, what their relationship was, anything like that. So it seems like it's good, I would think, especially if she's already talking about it on stage. If it was bitter and nasty, I would think she would hold off on that. But Segura has just lost a lot of people, and it's why people are looking to Christina for this. And it seems like people are already kind of rooting for her because Segura is a guy who's going the way of Howard Stern, and he wants to be taken more seriously. Let's play the other clip before I get too into that. But I have some thoughts on where Segura's career is headed.
This guy was at the show and she crushed it. Opened right away with 5 minutes on the divorce and kept going back to it throughout the hour. A lot of material about parenting and relationships, had added shots and lines about it. Honestly, she seemed liberated and the show felt more intimate because she addressed it all head on. Even did some crowd work on it. Killed it.
Good for Christina. And these are just like Reddit reports, so who knows what's true, but I doubt, you know, the amount of people that commented about it on Reddit. I don't think a bunch of people got together and said, like, hey, let's make up this lie that she had yonder bag so none of us could film, but here's what happened at the show. And it doesn't seem like this was made up. None of it seems fabricated. So it seems like she was just doing a loose set and talking openly about it, which is her style. So good for her if she's good with everything. Segura just does seem like a guy, and I was thinking about this when we were talking about the story last week. Segura was a guy that was getting compared to Louis C.K., and people thought that that's the trajectory his career was on, and it's not crazy. People will comment when we talk about Segura. People comment like, "Oh, he's never been funny." It's simply not true. Completely Normal is a great special. The Netflix special that made him pop was genuinely a very funny special, and I think he has other funny stuff after that as well. I think the problem with him is he has Howard Stern syndrome that you see a lot of guys go through, where he wants to be taken more seriously. And you saw that develop years ago, even when they still were doing sillier shit, where he had this spin-off podcast called Tom Talks, where he was going to do serious Joe Rogan style interviews. And, he wanted to be, perceived as more cerebral or serious. And he would always talk about wanting to retire from comedy and podcasting and all that stuff, which is weird for a guy who started a podcast network. But you can run that and be in Hollywood and not do a podcast anymore. I wouldn't be stunned if he leaves Christina the podcast. I'm maybe not income-wise. Maybe he'd still want half the money or however that would work. But I wouldn't be shocked if he was like, hey, keep your mom's house, keep the IP, do whatever you want with it. And it's your show now. I'm leaving the podcast. And he might still run the YMH studios. But if it's amicable, I wouldn't be stunned if your mom's house just becomes Christina's. I was talking with Carl about this, and he was like, numbers are down and everything, so maybe a fresh start for her would be a good idea. But I think if they announce that, if they're like, hey, Tom's leaving, this is Christina's thing now, I think you're going to get a lot of the old people flooding back, because Christina, at the very least, maybe it wouldn't be as funny without Tom, whatever. Christina, at the very least, would do the podcast the way it was that people kind of fell in love with. And there wouldn't be this pressure to be taken more seriously now. Like that thing sucking the air out of the room would be gone. And it's always so interesting to watch these comedians that want to get taken more seriously, like Kimmel and Stern, where it's like, well, that's not the reason anyone likes you. Like, who are you doing this for? The reason you're making money, the reason you have fans that look forward to things you're doing is such the opposite of what you are now. That being said, maybe Tom's shows will be very good. I've heard, at best, mixed reviews on his show, bad thoughts, and it's never seemed like something I would enjoy anyways. So I've not really given it a chance, to be honest. I know it's probably something I should review on this show or whatever, but it just doesn't seem like my cup. Doesn't seem like something I would be interested in.
It's okay. It's okay.
Like I said, I've heard mixed reviews, and some of that is based on how much you hate Tom. I notice all the people that already hate Tom happen to think the show is the worst thing ever, which is maybe just a coincidence. But yeah, like, Segura is a funny, creative guy to some degree. I don't know that that's been on display in the last 6 or 8 years, but I think he does have that in him. So it'll be interesting to see what shows he makes for Fox and all that. It's interesting that Christina's name wasn't in that announcement. So that'll be the most interesting thing about this divorce. I don't give a shit about what their personal life is like, really. But I am interested, as a comedy fan, to see what it means for that podcast network, how other comedians react to it. Are there going to be jokes made on the show? All that stuff will be very interesting. So I'd like them to expedite these backlogged episodes and just get to it. I'm sure it's good for people to talk about it for 4 weeks before the episode comes out. But we'll see. We'll see if they do. But the other interesting thing is, do they announce it together or separately? Is it an Akash Singh situation where one of them comes on and says, yeah, we wish him the best, you know?
My guess is that it's not as friendly as it appears right now. It's going to get more acrimonious as divorce. I just turned 48. Happy birthday to me. All my friends are getting divorced, Mike. It's like at this age, everyone hates each other. Mm-hmm. And it starts off, let's be nice for the kids. Yeah, and it ends up with meeting a lawyer who goes, this is what we can get. And if both sides have money like they do, it could end up real bad.
Well, especially in comedy, like Rosebud Baker and Andy Haynes are lesser known comedians than these two, but they were comedians that had a kid and were married and they just got divorced. And I've seen a bunch of clips where, like, they're kind of with like a smile painted on their face, shitting on each other. And you're like, oh, this could easily get ugly. Like, if one of them sees this clip and just is in a bad mood or whatever, and they triple down on it, like Christina especially is someone that could make a joke about it, and Tom's very serious now, so you could see him taking that the wrong way. And Christina's the one, I assume, that is going to be caring more for the kids and stuff. So she could very easily see clips of Tom and his new lifestyle that she doesn't care for. So that'll be very interesting, is how this all plays out on social media when they look at each other's lives and make passive-aggressive comments that bloom into something more.
It's going to be amazing. And how much can we not trust Tom to pick the next lady who isn't going to piss everyone off? This is going to be a 19-year-old volleyball player from Arizona State.
An influencer. She has a TikTok.
Yes. And it is going to drive his numbers down, let's just say. But he's not going to care.
Or up, because people want
with a certain
train wreck, you know?
Yeah, with a certain crew, definitely.
I will say that it would surprise me, and I'm always wrong about this stuff. Where I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, and they always let me down. But, like, following Tom for the amount of years, it would surprise me a little. I'm leaving the door open. It could certainly happen. But it would surprise me a little if he's with Jasleen Singh. Like, someone that wants to be in the public eye, someone that has a TikTok account and is just this ditzy idiot. If I'm sure he'll date some of those. But like if he settles down and makes a life with a person like that, it would surprise me a little, but you can't put it past him. You know, like it would have stunned people in 2004 or whatever if you told, Howard Stern fans the route that Howard would go in 10, 15, 20 years. No one would believe you. Nope. So I certainly think it's possible that Tom goes that way. It would surprise me a little, but as we've seen with a lot of these guys, they are determined to disappoint you. You know, once you get to a certain level, it's almost an obligation to disappoint anyone that respected you before.
I like Tom going up to her and asking her, all right, left hand or right hand? Do you want your mama's house or the real house? Which one do you want? You get one.
Your mom's house. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's a good negotiating ploy, but I think she'll do all right, especially because Christina's in a rare position where she legitimately helped him build everything.
Yeah, you know, that is in front of everyone.
It's always used in courts where like, oh, well, she cared for the children, or she, was your motivating factor that had you go for these jobs or whatever. Christina legitimately was his business partner.
Yeah, you're going to have to keep cool on that one, Tom.
That'll be interesting.
To calm down.
I said this last week, and people called me. I legitimately don't know. I don't know if Christina has control over the. I imagine she does as a married couple that's doing a podcast together. But it did seem like it was Tom's idea more. Now, again, a divorce court might see that she's owed half of that anyways. But I just don't know how it was structured when they set it up. That if Tom set it up on his own and wanted to do it, or I'm sure both their names are on it, but I don't know the level of control that Tom has versus Christina, just because it seems like he was much more involved in the business. But we'll see. We'll see how that all goes. It'll be interesting to watch.
And Tom, a little financial advice here. If you have a new business venture, big one, lots of money coming in, wait till after the divorce to announce it and do it. Because she's getting half of that money.
Well, he already announced the Fox deal.
Why would you do that if you know a divorce is coming? Just chill for a year.
That might not have been on his. Honestly, that could have been a catalyst for all we know. That could have been, hey, you're going to be in back. I didn't want to move to Austin.
Yeah. Let me see that hair and makeup lady again. Oh,
now
this isn't going to work.
You're going to be back in Los Angeles filming 3 television shows for Fox. So that honestly could have been a catalyst for the divorce. We don't have any idea. But you're right. Her name was not in that announcement, and people found that a little suspicious or eye-opening at least. And that'll be interesting to see what that is, if she's entitled to some of the money from that or how that all goes. You're right. It definitely has all the makings of something that could get ugly.
They're a California couple, I believe, that moved to Austin. So, yes, that's all half hers because it depends where you're married. Those are the laws that apply. So
it depends where you got married, even if you moved?
I think so. California is brutal like that, dude. If you move outside of California and you sell stock within the calendar year, they hit you with fucking capital gains fees.
I heard that. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, they've chased billionaires down that have moved out of the state. They try to go after Elon Musk. And so, California will hunt you down. You can never leave. Just like the Hotel California song said. Mike!
Yay, super chats.
You got some super chats.
Oh, goody.
Weird comment 4, 5 lira, I'm going to say. With the vision you've described, you have left, I wonder, what are VRVA gadgets like for you? Also, super tip is just to give you more of our money. So please.
Thank you, buddy. What is he asking? What gadgets?
Like a VR, like Oculus. Have you ever tried?
Oh, I've never used it. I imagine I wouldn't be able to, really. I've never tried it.
It'd be interesting to give it a try. People donate an Oculus to Blind Mike. That would be awesome.
That's okay.
Bonkers Feline Sheila, $4.99. Sorry if this is a short subject change. Just had to say, you were a great addition on PDP last Monday. Have a great rest of your weekend.
Thank you. Yes, that was a lot of fun. I think it was on Shuli's channel. But I was on with them. They did Stuttering John's audiobook. It's the second time I've been on for that, and that's a lot of fun. That's what I miss about Stuttering John. And we would talk about the lawsuit stuff and all that. It is interesting for sure, but it gets a little exhausting. And watching John when every day was, here's how the shitwaya has wronged me. Here's how Lady K has wronged me. It's a little, we've heard it all before. The book is what got me into Stuttering John. Not the book specifically, but the idea of that. John listing his achievements and obviously blowing things out of proportion and making him a bigger part of history than he was. That grandiose idea of himself is what drew me to John. So the book is a lot of fun. That was I'm glad those guys invited me for that. That was fun.
That sounds fun. Isaac, FI5YP 499. Mike, are you just dragging yourself to Story Wars because you bought tickets before the bomber retired? Or are you hoping for a surprise appearance?
That's true. It would be a nice added bonus. The bomber is a crook, a scam artist that used to work for Mohegan Sun, and he is since retired. Yeah. He mistreated my friend Mike Manansky very, very horribly, and it seems like kind of a bad guy. But he's gone now, so good riddance to bad rubbish.
All right, Craig's Predilections 499.
Predilections.
Well, it's yes.
Oh, maybe a play on words. Predilections.
Yes, Predilections. Tom will be sitting alone in his croissant shop, like the end of Scarface.
His croissant shop. That clip, I gotta say, I didn't see a lot of other people playing that clip. There's a million clips going around of Segura, but I think just playing him in his new bakery or restaurant or whatever the fuck it is, where he's like, I don't even want it to make money. I just want to recommend things to people. It's like that's who Tom Segura is now. Just a fucking complete phony. And
then a hidden prank video show where he'll put poop on your food. Those are the two Tom Seguras. He's got two.
He contains multitudes. Yes.
Yes. Box Eating Dad, the great Box Eating Dad for $1.99. Justin showed me the emoji art. You're wrong.
I'm wrong. I can't see Box Eating Dad.
What?
Art is lost on me.
All right.
Literally, I had to listen to. Justin sent me a page of emoji art for some reason.
That sounds like something I do.
I have to listen to, talk like text to speech. Go, water wave, party popper. I'm just like, this is fucking exhausting. This guy.
That's amazing. Good job. Keep it up. Mike, are you ready for the next one? Another lady.
Yeah, so Whitney Cummings is having yet another meltdown. She seems manic again. Hopefully her dosages are all right and everything. I hope she's healthy, because she seems on the brink of, I don't know, some kind of breakdown again, which she was a few months ago when we were talking about her. But she was on Bill Maher's, is it the Kennedy Center Honors or the Mark Twain Prize? I think they gave Bill Maher the Mark Twain Prize, and Whitney Cummings was there. Not a star-studded comedic lineup. I think it was like Leno, Louis C.K., and Whitney were the only comedians there, which is a little surprising. Like, Bill has relationships. He has comedians on that show all the time, so I was a little surprised by that. But he also seems like kind of a dick, so I wasn't totally stunned. But Whitney went on there, and I watched her set. She uploaded it to her YouTube channel. It was kind of what you would expect from Whitney. If you like her at the roasts or whatever, then I'm sure you'd like it. If you don't, you won't. But it wasn't like this epic bombing or anything. It was what you'd expect from Whitney Cummings. But Whitney goes on her podcast, and this is like the second or third. I thought about going back to the other episodes and pulling clips. This is the second or third week in a row she has bitched about this and warned people that she's going to be censored. We called this a while ago, where we were like, good luck, assholes. If you are Bill Burr or Whitney Cummings, and you go to Riyadh and take that money, and you come back and call everyone racist, or call them crybabies for bitching about it and calling you out for being hypocritical, good luck the next time you complain about censorship, because no one is going to give a fuck. Now, if the Trump administration, of all people, are responsible for cutting jokes out of Whitney's set, that's fucking lame. I think Republicans should be able to say that. Like, if Craig is defending this, that's silly. I think Craig himself would admit that's lame if they're having jokes cut from this set. If you're the type of guy, like Trump did a genuine comedy set. That was another thing Justin sent me the other day. Trump just did like stand-up for an hour the other night at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And he's pretty good. He's got chops. If you want my review on it.
Yes, break it down, please, with Kragers. I need 2 hours of this.
Trump is saying reporters look like Dylan Mulvaney. Like, he's roasting people.
Boom, roasted. Boom.
Which I fully support. And if you support that guy, you should support Whitney Cummings making jokes about Trump. Like, it's lame if they actually did have her. And by the way, it's probably not Trump. It's probably panicky people that work for the Kennedy centers that are overreacting. But even that is completely lame. If you work for that administration, you should encourage people to make jokes about Trump, especially if it's stuff they don't want to mention. I guess it's jokes about Trump being on the Epstein list. And you should encourage people to make jokes about that, because if you're hiding it, it's like, well, what are they hiding? So it's lame if they're involved in cutting the jokes. That's not the point of this. Whitney Cummings does not have a fucking leg to stand on to bitch about this. You've lost that to come back from Riyadh, where the government told you, don't joke about government or religion here. Don't joke about our laws. Don't joke about our politicians. And then you come back to America and you joke about a politician and it gets cut from your set. You have to go, oh, well, that's the life I lead now, because I don't fight for it everywhere. Just when I want it to get aired on Netflix and I want people to applaud my brave Trump joke. It's fucking lame, Whitney. You're a crybaby and a complete hypocrite. So let's get into it.
The Mark Twain Prize, which we talked about last time, when I got back, not only did I have to cut a joke in rehearsal, then the joke I ended on Donald Trump couldn't make it tonight. He got caught in sex traffic. It stayed in, and then they said, we would like to cut it out. And I'm going to be very careful with how I say this, because the people at the venue have been amazing.
Wait. Why? You're on your YouTube channel now. Why now be careful? Why go call the president a pedophile and then come on your podcast where you can say what you want and be careful? Here's the other way she's a hypocrite, is she has bent over for YouTube as well, where she's made her podcast squeaky clean and bleeps curse words. It doesn't even say. Remember the whole thing where people were breaking down her views, and she, an episode would have 1.7 million views and 11 comments, and people were like, that seems unusual. That seems disproportionate. Well, Whitney said, well, the reason for that, you idiots, don't you rubes understand? I have to block comments. It's that simple. I just block all the comments. I don't allow you to say certain things about me or the topics I discuss. I just block words so you can't leave comments. That's why there's no comments on my videos. So you're self-censoring. You go to a country where they paid you to be censored in a religion and a regime that has done things that it seems like you should disagree with and be vocal on. And then you come back here and you're like, can you guys believe this censorship? Oh, it's run amok.
Amazing. They don't want to silence anyone. It is true that their boss is Donald Trump. So they did their job. I was presented with
again. I don't think this got to Donald Trump's desk, honestly.
He's too busy writing his jokes.
And Trump's the guy that could go either way on that. He could go, let us say it, or like he could throw a tantrum. Like he could go either way. I don't think this got to Donald Trump's desk. I think some panicky Pete at the Kennedy Center said, oh, no, he's not going to like that. And they overreacted. Most likely that's what happened. I don't think they bothered the president with Whitney Cummings said it Bill Maher's Mark Twain Prize. Seems unlikely. But either way, she is now trying to turn this into she is a hero for free speech when she is exactly the opposite. She wants to be painted as like, hey, this monster Donald Trump, I'm fighting against him. I'm standing up to him. I'm going there. I'm willing to say I don't think this guy should be censoring people. Now, the people in Riyadh, oh boy, they've earned the right to censor. Oh, I love theirs. Their censorship is actually really cool. And have you seen the chilies over there, by the way?
Yeah, if you got a big towel on your head, you can censor. It's the rule.
Let's not get nasty, Case.
I'm doing Craig's part.
You have to be in a different color makeup to do that.
That's true.
Conundrum. I just don't know if I did the right thing or not. They said, it was very clear to me that they would lose their jobs.
This is for the broadcast recording.
This is for broadcast. The joke was already leaked by someone that was in the audience. journalist or something. It was already on in People Magazine and Daily. It was already out.
It's so
It's already
interesting.
out.
Where you went, Whitney, if a journalist leaked that, they would be beheaded. Where you performed and accepted money to perform. So isn't it interesting that in this awful world of censorship here in America, a journalist was able to report it and by all accounts lived afterwards? That's, I think, a step toward progress. You should be applauding that.
Their entire family didn't disappear, Mike. It's amazing. Progress.
Out there.
And by the way, I don't care that people went to Riyadh. I've thought more about it. Who gives a fuck? The reason I care is the people who came back and were completely phony, or even went and were completely phony. But like, you know, the fact that Mark Normand or Chris DiStefano or Andrew Santino, some of these people, and I will say Andrew Santino now kind of falls into this category because someone pointed out, and shame on me for not putting it together, he went to Riyadh. And then last week we played a clip of him bitching about censorship. It's like, well, you're in that crew now. You're part of the crew that is okay with being told what jokes you can and cannot say for money. Like, you're all right with that. And a lot of these comedians, including some of my guys, like Louis C.K., a lot of them said, and I think Whitney might have been one, I'd have to go back into the archives and find this. But I think Whitney might have been one of the people that was like, oh, well, they said you can't joke about the government or religion. And I don't have any jokes about that anyway, so who cares? Well, you have jokes about our government, right? Like, don't you see where it can be perceived as hypocritical and why a society that lives under that rule is being suppressed? Don't you get all that? But they threw a big enough check at her. Now, the problem here is I don't know how much money she was making from the Kennedy Center or whatever, you know, Netflix or whoever's putting this production on. So that might be the real issue. If they gave her six figures, maybe she'd be fine with this joke getting cut. But when you don't have that kind of money, then she's for free speech.
But then they said, we need to cut it from the broadcast. I'm like, well, it's already out there. Who cares? And they're like, he will sue you. Which is like, I don't buy it. I don't buy it, number one. Number two, he might. Because Bill Maher, I guess, said that he looked like an orangutan. Or he said Donald Trump's dad is an orangutan, allegedly. Trump sued him and won and proved that he's not, you know, the child of an orangutan. He proved that his dad was a...
That sounds made up.
I'm gonna look that. I know the story. I just didn't know how it ended, but I don't think that's how it ended. But let's, you know, I'll look it up right now.
The tree won that? That seems like a monumental step back for free speech.
Yeah, I don't think that one's right. But listen, this was
recently.
No, this was previous to his first run, I believe.
Okay.
And in court over, I've never thought I would type this in my browser. Monkey allegations. All right, here we go. And no, Donald Trump did not beat Bill Maher in court. He voluntarily dropped the $5 million lawsuit. That's what I thought. Okay.
Okay. All right. So we wrong again, Whitney.
Totally wrong.
I mean, maybe we're wrong, but it seems like the first thing that came up on Google says you're incorrect. So
it was Google's AI. So if that's wrong, then we're
which it has been. I've gotten into many arguments with AI.
No, don't do that. It's not real, Mike. Let it be wrong.
And like, I'm not being the bratty. Like, I should be able to make whatever jokes I want whenever I want because I'm a hero. I'm a comedian. I'm on the front lines. I don't care. It's like it's
kind of what you're doing. Yeah. I'm just doing it weaker than that. I'm not saying I'm a hero. I'm the front lines. I'm kind of begging you guys to say it for me, and I'm pretending I'm chill about it. Why are you bringing the story up then? If you're like, ho hum, those are the breaks. Like, hey, sometimes you make a joke that gets cut. Why bring it up? Why mention it? Why mention the lawsuit and make up that he won? Like, why bring up any of this if you don't really give a fuck?
Because Whitney, she's done this. She is a political signaler. So whatever group she's in, she will signal that she identifies with things of that group, but not fully identify with that group. So in dumb people's head, they can go, oh, she's one of us. But in her head, she's like, no, I'm slippery. I can get out of this, you know?
That's exactly right. And that's what you see when she tries to do this podcast in the style of Tim Dillon or Joe Rogan. Like, she tries to be she wants to be considered part of the Austin comedy scene, but she also wants to be a feminist. She wants to go to Riyadh, and she also wants to be someone that says whatever the fuck she wants. Like, you're right. She slips in and out of these personalities because I don't know that she is a real one. Like, Whitney made a ton of money, I assume, just based on facts. Whitney, I assume, made a ton of money on Two Broke Girls.
35 million net worth.
Right, and who knows how accurate those numbers are, but it's probably close, If you create 2 primetime network television shows, and they're both on for multiple years, one has like a pretty good run into syndication, I think you're doing all right. I think that's what Whitney was suited for. I think maybe she was a writer, or creator of TV shows that are like, slop on Monday nights on CBS. Like, I think that's what she was made for. And now I don't know if that dried up. I don't know why that ended for her, or maybe just the state of the industry is what caused her to kind of leave that behind. And now she doesn't really have a personality. And she said, well, I'm good. I was good on the roast. That's where I got notoriety. That's where I got recognized for my comedy. So maybe I'm an edgelord. And what do edgelords do now? They talk about, medicine and science and trans people and like she has this simplistic view of what she thinks Joe Rogan does, and she's like, "Well, I'll do that. Like that'll be what's interesting about me now. What's interesting about other people."
I remember she appeared on a show after her kid or something, and she was like, "Well, I have much more conservative views now that I have this baby to watch out for," and everyone was like guffawing over her, like, "Oh, we got one of these liberals to change over," and here she is, just.
Yeah. And she was also like Whitney. She kind of started to. I don't know how much it worked, but like win over comedy fans because she started doing Legion of Skanks and then went to Skank Fest and seemed like she was like, oh, I always had this, rigid view of Whitney, but maybe she's different. And then she kind of gave that up for a more political slant on her podcast. Like she tried that personality on for a few months and then said, I don't know if I like this one. Let me try a different personality.
I think you nailed it. I think she's like hugely influenced by Tim Dillon. So when he goes political, she's like, I can do this too. I can be funny and political, and I can do it all.
Extremely difficult to do what Tim Dillon. To sit there essentially solo, like his producer will chime in once in a while, but basically he's doing a solo show, and to rant about politics in a hilarious way for an hour every week is very difficult. And you have to be a certain kind of mind to do that. It's very rare, the people that are able to do that. And boy, I'll tell you, Whitney is not one of them.
She is I've
watched her
Jerry
try.
Callahan.
No, she's not. Well, Gary has Ironhead there, so that's what, it's a little easier for him.
Yes.
Great, cut it. But this is the Mark Twain. This is the only time that you shouldn't get censored, because it is about comedians using humor to criticize our elected officials. So I was in this.
You should get censored. That's
amazing.
That's the home of censored. That's where all the cool people go to get censored.
That is amazing.
Let me hear that again. Go back a little bit. Now that's where you shouldn't be censored. At a show run by the government, performed in front of the government in Riyadh.
The only time that you shouldn't get censored, because it is about comedians using humor to criticize our elected officials. So I was in this
thing where we were all patting ourselves on the back for being heroes, for bringing free speech to Saudi Arabia. That wasn't a time where you make fun of elected officials, not elected officials, but the regime over there. That you put that on the back burner. You put your thoughts and beliefs aside for a moment to, collect a few dollars. That's the other thing, is they treated Riyadh like it was this mission of peace. Like, oh man, the charity we did over there. It's like, how much money did you take for this charity? I never heard of a sum that large for a charity mission. That's a pretty great payday that you got for all this charity. But they acted like they were bringing free speech over there for the first time when they had these, at least that we know of, 2 glaring and wide umbrellas, by the way. If you're like, hey, don't talk about religion when religion is part of our government. Don't talk about religion and government here. It's like, well, you're saying don't talk about our society as a whole. That's a pretty broad blanket to lay down as this is the only thing that's off limits.
Yeah, Whitney, it sounds like you're a giant supporter of this guy, Jamal Khashoggi. You should look into him. You should check out his...
It's like if you came over here and they said, hey, don't talk about the government or anything happening on social media. And you're a foreign comedian and you're like, well, what the fuck do I do?
That guy...
How do I relate to these people?
That guy was talking about the government. He was not liked. It did not end well for him, Whitney.
Jim, where I was like, I need to fight for this joke because it's the Mark Twain Prize, and this is the time I feel like I have to, but also...
Jesus.
I'm doing it for Mark Twain.
Yes. Samuel Clemens and me, we go way back. What the fuck?
Oh,
Samantha Clemens is fighting for free speech here.
I loved him in those Star Trek episodes. I got to do it for him.
I am the modern day Mark Twain. So I had no choice but to fight for free speech here. How often did Mark Twain, by the way, take money from the Saudi government? Was it a lot or just the one time?
That would have been hilarious. He's over in China shilling. that was his Saudi Arabia of the day.
Let me tell you about this guy, Jim, folks.
Yes.
I don't want anyone losing their job. But if it's just about him suing me, I was like, okay. I mean, I have to like fly to DC, which is kind of annoying. Like, but I would win. I felt very strongly that I would win because I'm not accusing of anything underage, sex traffic.
It comes back to lawsuits with these people. They love lawsuits.
It's comedy, Mike. That's where comedy always ends.
I would win.
Lawyer's desk.
She has built this up, by the way. Nothing happened. And like I said, probably didn't get to Trump's. Now, if she made the joke, would Trump react to have some Truth Social post about it, calling her a pig or whatever? That's very possible, of course. But I don't think that made this to... I don't think this made it to Trump's desk. And she's already built it up in her mind to, I've won the lawsuit that he filed against me.
You can traffic women in their 50s. That's not right. So also, it's in Washington, D.C.
Very unpopular group to be trafficked, to be honest.
I'd like to make a return, please. I'll take store credit.
It's like a small T-shirts at a store. We got plenty of these left. You want a small?
I think you clearly mixed up my order here. Maybe I put in the wrong code. What happened?
I wanted 225s. I got a 50. Can we? Gotta send this back.
There's a lot of traffic in D.C. The odds that, because politicians live there, there's a lot of sex trafficking that happens in D.C. I'm sure it's sometimes in cars. Trump might just be stuck in the physical traffic. That is what I meant.
Not a terrible joke. If Whitney said the joke I told that got cut, Donald Trump would be here, but he's late. He's stuck in sex traffic. It's kind of a funny line. I'm sure it's been done on Twitter and shit, but it's not bad. It's getting I'm breathing through my nose when I hear that. It's not terrible. So, just say that that's what the joke is, and let other people say it's wrong that they did that to you, Whitney. But this grandstanding for a kind of whatever joke that you have no idea if Trump even heard it. Again, when you did what you've done, seems like this is kind of what you get. Seems crazy. Now, if Louis had the same joke cut, or Bill Maher had the same joke cut, or Leno, which would be hilarious, but if any of these people had the same joke cut, then I would be like, hey, fuck Netflix, or fuck the Trump Kennedy Center, whatever the fuck. Fuck these people. But you did it to the right person. If you're going to censor someone, it should be someone like Whitney Cummings, who has basically said, I'm censorable now. I don't have a point of view. I don't have anything I believe in. My beliefs are for sale, as are my jokes. So cut anyone you like.
I like that as a strategy. Wherever she does a show, Netflix, wherever, they just cut one joke randomly forever, just to prove the point for everyone that went over there. Yeah. Hey, we're just going to randomly cut one of your jokes, and one that gets a medium amount of laughs and might set up other jokes.
We'll decide, and these are our rules. You like rules, right? All these comedians are like, well, those are the rules over there. Well, these are the rules here. They'll just cut jokes whenever they feel like it.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. In DC, you're stuck in traffic all the time. it's DC. There's politicians and billionaires and weirdos. So there's probably some sex trafficking happening around you. You might not even know about it, but you're stuck in traffic.
This is where she's starting to lose her mind.
Jesus.
Now she's going down this weird where she's like, sex trafficking happens. We're like, no, we believe you, Whitney. We're on your side. It's a fine joke, and people should look into that Epstein list. Society's been saying it for a while. We're with you. But no one's going to be sympathetic for the fact that you had this joke cut. And by the way, you're saying it now in your podcast, so good for you. That's all you had to do. But you are not a free speech fighter that you're pretending to be here.
So we're all traffic, all physical traffic could technically be called sex traffic. So my point was he's just
We have penises and vaginas, Mike. So if you're sitting in traffic with your penis in your vagina, officially that's sex traffic.
All sex traffic is traffic. We're all a sex. We're male or we're female. I am a sex. I have sex. I'm sitting in traffic. I wish he did this bit.
That would be a good bit.
Sex traffic. Why not? I'm tired traffic. Why not? I've got to get up in the morning traffic. Just doing Seinfeld.
Caught in the traffic of DC. I'm seeing other people traffic, not him. And he's just stuck in it. Poor guy. Then we should have shot this in Florida where, at Mar-a-Lago, he could have made it because he wouldn't have been caught in this sex traffic he has no part in. He's just like trying to get here. Wait, what are you?
I would say at the beginning, I say, hey, not a bad line. Stuck in sex traffic. It's a fun little turn of phrase. I worry we've gone to the point of over-explaining the joke here. I worry maybe this thing, we've picked at its bones enough that it's lost its humor, and I'm kind of glad they cut it at this point.
She made TV shows, Mike. How? How did she do that?
Why? What if he went to Florida where there's no traffic? What are we doing here, Whitney? What is this?
What are you guys talking about? Why are you getting defensive? Yeah. I am so clear now that when somebody gets offended by something, they are guilty of the thing.
Like the Saudi Arabian government.
Ouch. So that's a cell phone of epic proportions right there.
You fucking idiot.
She titled his cell phone.
Why do you think they don't want you to talk about that shit? Because they're like, boy, we'd really like our citizens not to look too much into that.
That might be the. Can I watch that one again? I don't usually rewind.
I beg of you.
My God.
Why are you getting defensive?
Yeah. You might have to go back.
am so.
Is it more than that? Okay. Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
I could hear this all day.
There's no pardon. He's just like trying to get here. Wait, what are you guys talking about? Why are you getting defensive? I am so clear now that when somebody gets offended by something, they are guilty of the thing. I just think it's a little weird that we can't joke about it.
I like listing.
Right. Correct.
Oh, that's.
Welcome to the party, Whitney.
You're a little late, but welcome.
Remember, you fucking idiot, when you went to Riyadh and you came back and people were like, "Hey, Whitney, you said you were a feminist. You're for free speech. You say you talk all this shit, and then you went over to Saudi Arabia and accepted money from the government for a show they were putting on and attended." And she goes, "Oh, I get it. You're all racists." Remember when that was this idiot's response? And she's like, "Guys, I've thought about it and when it affects me, it's so clear. You shouldn't censor people because sometimes the people doing the censoring are trying to hide something." Right.
I just want a picture of the day the light bulb went off in her head. Oh.
Wait a second. Wait a minute. If I censor speech that I don't like, maybe speech that I use every day could also be censored. Oh, no, I would hate that. Wait, you mean even my free speech is in jeopardy?
Unreal.
The things you didn't say as like, here's evidence of my restraint.
Yes,
at the time.
Yeah, I believe I should sue him for
He's not suing you. She's like, you want to sue me, Donald Trump?
I'll pre-sue you.
There's not been a lawsuit filed. Relax.
emotional distress for how much I had to restrain. The stress of holding in all the things I wanted to say has given me.
Remember? It's crazy how much we have to pause this now. Remember when they all went over there to Riyadh and they were like, I couldn't even, I mean, if you begged me, I couldn't think of a joke to even make about it. So that's why I was like, a joke about the Saudi Arabian government. What would I even, I gotta tell you, I'm putting my mind to it here and I'm not coming up with anything. So I'm going to go over there because it's not stepping on my toes at all. I couldn't, if I sat here all day, I couldn't think of a joke to make about those fine people. And now she's like, hey, we have no choice, but it's just in my blood to joke about this stuff. Oh, when you tell me not to joke about something, I want to joke about it so much more. It's weird how that changes. Maybe it's like that was such a beautiful country. Maybe like when you're over there, you're just relaxed. So she wasn't thinking about all this hustle and bustle of comedy when she was in Riyadh.
So much sand. Everything's like the ocean and the beach must be near. So
right,
it's a vacation.
She was just chilling, man.
Amazing.
Some kind of chest thing. I have a chest thing now.
You've always wanted to try new material on
Your
sand.
behavior says stressed me out. So I had to write a set and do it in the Kennedy Center where Trump is the boss and not make fun of you as much as that. You know how hard that is for a comedian? You basically silence someone with Tourette's.
That's so weird. It's so weird. Now, when we went over to Riyadh and we did a show put on by the government, they were all sitting in the front row and they told us what we could and couldn't say. Nothing really came to mind. It didn't. I thought and I ruminated on it and I couldn't come up with anything. But over here, when you put me in the Kennedy Center, or the Trump Kennedy Center, whatever the fuck it's called now. When you put me there, I need to. It's just in my bones. I need to say something. That's just what I do. Freedom of speech moves through me. I'm one of the great philosophers of our time. I need to say it for the people, if not for me.
It is sad that she was staring at a bunch of AK-47s and long swords and was like, nope, everything's okay. Gets back over here.
I don't know what I say about you guys.
Ew.
I just want to be clear that the people that work there were amazing and did their jobs well and protected their boss from the wrath of a mom, a comedian mom. They protected.
Just say a dictator, right? That's what she wants to say. That's what she wants to call him there. Call him a dictator. Yeah. Why won't you use that word, I wonder? It's weird.
One of the,
why won't she call the Trump administration? Why won't she equate it to a dictatorship? I wonder if that would raise any red flags to people. I wonder if people would think, oh, wait a minute.
She is skirting around. She is skirting around some sort of words where it groups the people together like a regime or anything. Nope, it's got to be individuals. It's all about Trump.
He's a mom. Oh, I always hate when my mom is censoring my free speech.
Imagine she said that to the guys over in Saudi Arabia. That'd be hilarious.
Oh, my mom is always taking away my First Amendment rights.
Oh, you killed journalists and this mom's going to tell you all about it. That would have been great.
The president of the United
States. The First Amendment again. Go to your room.
Exactly. No dinner for you.
States. From me destroying his reputation. Like, I'm just like, honestly, like, I can't believe I had the audacity to ruin his pristine name.
Wow. So she wants you to believe, like, she's a warrior, you know? Mm-hmm. She was fighting on the front lines against tyranny or whatever the fuck.
She's the Odysseus of her time.
She really is. She battled and she had this long journey home. And she told us about how awful it was to perform at the Trump Kennedy Center. And she's brave for doing it. It's weird, though, that she didn't have a lot of stories from Riyadh other than how cool it was over there. That sticks out to me as unusual. But
Up next, influential.
This is a trademark of Whitney's, where she turns it into something like bigger than it has to be. We're like, oh, so you're saying I'm the greatest comedian ever? Fine, I guess I'll take that. It's like, okay, that's what this all means.
So I don't even want to play chess with this. Like, I don't even want to like think about it or talk about it. I just,
Play chess.
it was, I guess, if they had told me to cut in rehearsal, I'm sure I would have pushed back. I don't know how I could have done this differently. I do not want to deal with this person and have to talk about him anyway. Like,
What are you doing right now? I don't want to. I need to, for you people. For the good. No, this isn't. No. This is not self-congratulatory at all. I'm not taking a victory lap for sticking it to Trump. No. I'm doing it for you people. So that you people can have entertainment unfettered.
She really is a lead character in her own story, which is
Yes, very much so. Very, very main character syndrome.
someone said to me the other day, they were like, 2 more years. I was like, you know how long 2 years is? 2 years is for
Words that could be censored in that time. Wake up!
Imagine how many hugs Jamal Khashoggi could have given his family in that time.
Don't you understand how long 2 years is? The tyranny we could be under in 2 years.
forever. And then the point was, I was like, I think people overestimate how important they are and are pretty.
I would agree with that. You know what, Whitney? Watching this clip, I do agree that people overestimate how important they are. I think you are onto something.
That's our mirror moment of the day. Everyone, look at yourself in the mirror and be honest.
Daily basis. Maybe I underestimate how important I am because there's people on Threads who think I like decide the.
Maybe she underestimates how important she is, Mike.
Okay, go. Yeah. Most people overestimate how important they are. I, on the other hand, don't think I'm important enough, and I say that with.
Long 2 years is? 2 years is forever. And then the point was, I was like, I think people overestimate how important they are on a pretty daily basis. Maybe I underestimate how important I am because there's people on Threads who think I like decide the election with my stand-up.
By the way, I've been hearing a lot of comedians do this, where they're like, so I was getting into this argument on Threads. Is Threads blowing up?
It's bigger than it used to be, yes, but blowing up is not.
I'm hearing comedians like, oh my God, this backlash I'm getting on Threads. I'm like, who's on it?
Yeah, I mean, we could definitely throw some Blind Mike Project stuff on Threads, but they're all kind of this.
Whatever clips I put on Instagram automatically go on Threads,
Yeah.
but I don't know how to get into my Threads. So say whatever you want to me there because I'm not going to respond.
Or like podcasts or something. Like the number of people I thought were friends, their acquaintances, who were like, you made fun of this Tim Walz. Yeah. And look where we are now. I'm like, me?
You're manipulating the swing voters.
By the way,
Again, she's putting herself. We've covered a lot on this channel where people are. We just did it last week with Gianmarco Sorsi saying that, like, Rogan is the reason that Trump is in office or whatever the fuck he's suggesting there. Whitney is lumping herself into that group where she's like, people are going at me on Threads saying that I won Trump the election. No, they're not. Maybe one fucking moron did. But people as a whole, you're not in this group. They're saying that about Rogan and Schultz and Theo and Tony and yeah, like they're saying it about that crew. Whitney's name never comes up in those discussions. People are not like, can you believe what Whitney Cummings said about Kamala Harris or Tim Walz that cost them the election? No one is doing that, Whitney. You're right, Casey. It's very main character syndrome where she's like, oh, so everyone thinks this about me? It's like, no, it's one thread. It's one post you got on the least popular social media platform you have.
You say something a few times where you're like, defending kind of people reacting overly to like tweets because they get like 5 as opposed to like 0.
Yeah.
Right, and they overreact to it. She must get like 20 to 100, right? She must get a lot, and she really overreacts to these tweets. Like that's her fact board. These people telling her.
But she's doing what I'm usually talking about when I say that is people going, "Oh God, everyone must hate me." Whitney has a very rare strain of narcissism where she's like, everyone must love me. Everyone must think I'm incredibly influential. Oh my goodness, I'm so powerful because I got these, 15 to 75 tweets about this topic.
First of all, thank you. Like, wouldn't you want to be friends though with the most influential person on earth? Why are you burning a bridge with the most influential person on earth?
Who said that?
Democrats knew you were going to tip.
Oh, this guy. This fucking.
Who is this guy? Is this her brother?
No, that's her producer. Pat?
They didn't reach out.
I didn't even pronounce his name right. And I'm pretty sure this podcast has been demonetized for 6 years now. But the joke implying that he...
Whoa. Go back. Now I'm in a whole different thing. She's done a good job distracting me here. The podcast is so edgy. It's been demonetized for 6 years. Why are you bleeping curse words? Why are you censoring the chat? Why are you not even bleeping curse words? Going out of your way to not use salacious speech. Like, why are you censoring the entire program like this if you don't make any money off it? That's a weird little throwaway that the podcast has been demonetized for 6 years because she's too edgy.
And it explains a lot of that little thing to me explains a lot of the sub buying. Like, because if it's demonetized, let's just fuck. Who cares? Let's just buy a bunch of subs.
Well, 1.7. How about 60 million views? Who gives a shit?
Can we get 1 billion Chinese watching this?
They didn't reach out.
I didn't even pronounce his name right. And I'm pretty sure this podcast has been demonetized for 6 years now. But the joke implying that he's racist, no problems.
Drop in the bucket.
Nah. If he even sues, like, just sends out a letter and...
By the way, that's what, for the same, I would say to my guy Donald, I'd say, Donnie, that's why you got to let the pedophile jokes fly. You let the racist jokes fly because you don't feel like you're a racist. Let the pedophile jokes fly if you're not a pedophile. Like, who gives a shit? It does seem like you're trying to cover something up. So it is dumb of them to censor those jokes. I think they should let them fly. It's like, with Craig, we make a lot of jokes at his expense. And I'm like 95% sure they're not true. That's the only reason we make them. That's the reason we make them so much. It's like, I'm almost certain they're not true. So, like, you wouldn't joke about something if it was true. And if you're trying to censor it, then it kind of makes you go, well, what the fuck is that? So Whitney is right about that. Like, I agree with the point she's making. It's just hilarious that this spineless jellyfish is the one going, how could they censor me? Well, because you've shown that for the right price, you'll do whatever the fuck. You don't have any morals. You don't give a shit.
Forest for the trees. I've been holding back on this one. Like, so this is the Kennedy Center Honors, and she was censored.
No, it's a Mark Twain Prize at the
Trump's Kennedy Center thing.
Yeah.
Right, but the people that run it are appointed by Trump, right? And so that's her sort of thing. Who are they honoring?
Bill Maher.
No big fan of Donald Trump. Donald Trump is no big fan of Bill Maher. Like, the fact that they're honoring a guy who is like a direct, antagonist, to Trump goes against everything she just said, because they wouldn't do a thing for Bill Maher. They do it for some red eye comedian or something, the fact that it is.
I'm sure people would say, like, oh, Maher cozied up to Trump when he went to that dinner. But, like, Bill Maher's been critical of Trump after that dinner.
For a decade. He got sued because of the chimpanzee thing. I mean,
he lost a lawsuit that Whitney talked.
He lost it. So this whole thing of her being like, oh, the hypocrisy. They are honoring a guy who has been, like, one of your people for a decade.
Right.
So what are you talking about? Anyway,
No, I agree.
And then I'm like, fine. Did he win or did I win? by cutting the joke. I was kind of like, I think I won.
Yes. Yes, Whitney. So brave. Oh, fantastic, Whitney. You're such a hero. Thank you. Whitney, I wouldn't be able to speak into this microphone right now if it wasn't for you. So I really appreciate you putting your life on the line like that. That is, you won. What a regal victory it was.
Right now, there's some Marine sitting in a foxhole, pissing in a jug. You're doing equal amount of work, Whitney. Thank you.
God's
Saving
word.
our freedoms.
The point is, there was a big joke that was in the news that's not going to be in the cut of the Mark Twain Prize. I hope you enjoy.
Thanks. Thanks, babe. We will. We'll enjoy. Yeah, so I thought that was funny. Like I said, ultimately, I agree with her. I agree with the point she's making, but she completely lost. Like, she sold out. Like David Cross said when that all happened. They sold their ability to joke about that stuff. So honestly, any jokes you make about the government or religion should be cut. It would actually be, at this point, I think it's like Netflix and any other streaming service. I think it's their obligation to cut jokes of yours like that because you have said, I don't believe in the ability to make those jokes. So I'm glad that joke got cut by Whitney Cummings. Of course, like I said at the top, I think it's wrong. I think it's stupid on their part, but also I think it's wrong if you're the party that advocates for free speech and you go after all of these fucking ninnies that have whined and complained about jokes for a decade, and your whole thing has been fighting against that, and then you want a joke cut because it goes against you. I think that's shitty. Of course, I agree with Whitney on that, but she's the last person that should be crying about it.
Yes. Mike, a great man once told me something that explains all this.
Important to remember that bitches be crazy.
I think that explains it all.
Well said.
Yes.
Yay, super chats.
We got some super chats here. The great Roxer Take Hoxer, $2 more GD. Want some more GD Fenderson?
We're
Stick
getting
around.
there. We're getting there.
It's,
It's been like now a semi-weekly thing where I'm like, I don't know how long this show's gonna be. Have GD Fenderson ready, and then we just see if we can get to 1 o'clock. That's not what the show. Can we get to 1 o'clock so I can avoid talking about GD Fenderson?
you literally make every point you can. I watch you in your head. Can we drag this out longer?
Let me repeat that thing about Whitney again.
Yeah, go back again.
Yeah, please.
Brando 807, $2. Good morning. Woke up late, but what a spot to start. That's right.
Thank you for being here.
The great Brando. Bonkers Feline Sheila, $9.99. Thank you, Bonkers. I liked when Whitney's sister was in the Dabbleverse, but they both had a tendency to go on tangents. Can you imagine being a backseat passenger on a road trip with them? No.
Whitney is, I don't know. I've heard Whitney be funny. I think I've seen people say, and I was not an avid listener by any means, but people have commented and said, like, when she had guests on, it was better because it wasn't so much it wasn't this manic stream of consciousness that she's doing. She was having a conversation with someone. So I don't know that she's always like this. Like, I think if you heard her on a podcast with another human being, she might be more or less insufferable, I guess. But her alone is pretty tough for 40 minutes or however long they do.
Principled Uncertainty, 10 somethings. I'm convinced Whitney thinks she is delivering a Tim Dillon style riff. Absolutely. But
Yes.
she hasn't. She doesn't have his dark whimsy or wit. If she was behaving like this in work canteen, she would get plates thrown at her.
Yeah, she's not funny in that way. She's kind of surface level. Like if you watch Two Broke Girls, it's all surface level jokes. Even her roast, it's not this like that sex traffic joke. Like I said, I thought it was funny, but it's not some deep, holy shit, how did she come up with that? Whereas Tim is commenting on society in a way, he takes an angle you wouldn't expect on everything and has like enough facts to back it up. It's very well done. Like I'm impressed every time I listen to the Tim Dillon show. And Whitney just doesn't have that ability. And that's not shitting on her. That's very difficult. Like most people don't have that ability, but she certainly doesn't.
Tim Dillon's pretty good. Weird Comet just became a member and then gifted 5 Blind Mike memberships.
Dirty dog. Thank you, buddy.
That's right.
Thank you, buddy. Check out BTH tomorrow night at 8 p.m. if you're a member. By the way, if you're a YouTube member and you can never find BTH, check the posts tab. I put the links there. YouTube makes it kind of annoying to find sometimes, but that's where they are.
And the Patreon is up right after the show now. We've gotten that taken care of. So, Mike, Opie time.
Oh, we haven't checked in on the Opster in a while, and Opie made a rare appearance in my algorithm. Usually I don't see Opie pop up. I have to seek him out. But when Howard Stern is in the news, Opie pounces. Opie knows that's the time to get the number. So Howard, he titled a bunch of his videos like, "Here's what's wrong with Howard Stern," and there's still a thirst for that out there. So people, I think he gets more views than a lot of his usual stuff. So good for Opie talking about Howard Stern this week, and I figured it was time to check in on Opie and Ron. It's an Opie and Ron day. None of the other guy, Tony, that's usually with them. And I forget where we start here. Let's check in on the Opster though.
Threat is the first one.
Oh yeah, just a little. It's a way I think we should maybe start like this. I think more shows should do it. Just a little veiled threat to the audience, like just a little like, hey, if you don't play ball here, there's going to be trouble.
I'm taking notes. Here we go.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ron, I'm putting a bounty on tomorrow's show. Screw it. If we don't make $150 today, I ain't doing this. How about that, Ron?
Oh Jesus!
Listen,
It's the guy that loves broadcasting, huh?
It's Imholtian, what he's doing there.
It's a hostage situation.
It's an angry Aaron.
Send me money or no show. All right, fine, please. Here's $150, Hope.
I think that he gets that same vibe from his wife and kids. Send me money or.
It's very. You bring up Aaron Imholt. This is very. I don't know. I don't think Opie pays great attention. So I would guess he probably doesn't know who Aaron Imholt is. But that gene is just inside of him. Maybe it's just like radio hacks that think like, well, when backed against a wall, we will implement the goal. Because Opie takes on Aaron's role seamlessly in this one. He's not full, he's not drinking piss yet. Nothing crazy. But he could be driven there for sure. The goal lives within the Opster.
The Jewish music is around the corner.
Yes, yeah.
Last time you did $100, it was you and I. We well exceeded. We exceeded.
Oh yeah, we did.
And then you did another time. You did another time.
Jesus.
150.
Ron, by the way, has bought in. Ron is his. I don't know. Oz. I don't know who it would be in the steel toe world, but Ron has bought in where he's like, we gotta hit the goal, Ope. We gotta do this.
Mike, if I told you I had an in for this Ron guy, like I know how to get a hold of him and could possibly get him on the show. Thoughts? Okay, that sound is good enough.
I'm okay.
Okay.
Steve with Tony.
Right.
I think you made $29. People, now it's just Opie and me again. Opie and I.
Right.
It's just, now it's me.
Right.
So now if you want Opie and Ronnie to go hard tomorrow, it's 150.
Right.
By the way, that's not an issue. You guys did it last time.
All right.
Lickety split.
We'll see what happens.
It's so interesting to hear other people. I guess maybe, I guess if you don't listen to enough podcasts, or if you're just on a guy's podcast, I would think even if I never watched YouTube, like even if I was just unfamiliar with this world, and I found out I was on Opie's show, I don't fully know who he is, but I'm aware of what Opie and Anthony is and how much success he had. And then you just dropped me on that show randomly, kind of an alien situation. I think I would still be like, wait, you're demanding $150 from the listeners? Or you're not doing a show tomorrow? What? Don't you live in like a high rise in Manhattan and have a house in the Hamptons? Don't you have a beautiful live? Why are you demanding $150? Just don't do a show if you don't want to do it. I don't get it.
It's 150.
Right.
By the way, that's not an issue. You guys did it last time.
All right.
Lickety split.
We'll see what happens. But if we don't make $150 today, I'm not doing tomorrow's show. Nope.
And that,
If you don't clean your room, we're not going for ice cream. I just don't know, like the childish way these guys talk to their audience. And then I guess the hope, like, maybe this is more about me and my lack of confidence. I would think if I talked to you people, you find people, I would think if I talked to you that way, if I was like, hey, give me money or no show next week, I would assume you guys would be like, all right, well, just want something else.
Change
No
the
big deal.
channel.
Don't worry about it. No, it's fine. Like, I don't think I have this hold over you. And like, we get more views than Opie. Opie's saying this to like 30 people live or whatever it is. That's the weird thing, is like he's holding this small group of people hostage. And they don't reciprocate. Like you heard Ron there where he's like, I was on when you did this last time and you said give me $100 and we got 29. So it doesn't work.
No. Up next, Portnoy.
Oh, so this is weird. And you see some of Opie's old radio instincts come out. I wanted to help Opie because I thought this was a little sad. I'm not. Dave Portnoy won't watch this, but maybe I'm inching it closer to his desk because Opie clearly wants Portnoy to like react to this. There's a few more times. I didn't clip all of them. There's several times throughout the episode where he goes back to calling out Portnoy, and this felt like Opie reliving a time where he had some juice, and this would make news, like the Opie and Anthony show shits on Dave Portnoy or something. This was kind of a sad attempt at him like getting some attention. If you didn't see, Portnoy basically called out Tom Brady and said he's having a sad post-career. Like of guys of that ilk, it's one of the saddest, which he's just simply right about, by the way. Like he's correct. Michael Jordan wouldn't do this, what Tom Brady is doing, like the wrestling shtick and all that. LeBron might. We'll see how that goes. But like, it's pretty rarefied air that Tom Brady is in. It's Jordan, Gretzky, Tiger Woods. Like, there's not a lot of guys at that level. And Brady is having one of the more... Even Tiger Woods, who keeps crashing his car, isn't having this embarrassing a run.
No, Brady didn't he make a $350 million post-retirement deal? That's pretty good.
Something crazy like that from Fox. But even that kind of feels beneath him. Like just being a color commentator, because he's not great at. He's fine. That's the thing. He's not great or terrible. He's just kind of there, and so even that feels beneath him. So he's doing a lot of stuff that is pretty cringy. So Portnoy was just right about that, but Opie disagrees.
Look, I disagree. Actually, I think Tom Brady looks like a fool, but David Portnoy, who will never be the mayor of New York City, knock it off with the cheap, easy publicity. I
hold on a second. Not that crazy. It's not that nuts. Like that Dave Portnoy would run. First of all, I do think I don't think he's being serious. I don't think he will run for mayor. But like he has just said, like, oh, maybe I'll have to run for mayor to straighten out the city because he's so against Mondani. And so he said that in interviews, and other people have run with it and made it whatever it's going to be in the news. Opie talking about like cheap publicity stunts. That's what the Opie and Anthony show. Opie and Anthony would have people hold up signs at different events and blow fucking air horns in people's ears to get attention. Like this is what Opie was a carnival barker. The idea that he's shitting on anyone for drumming up some controversy or attention. Like, what do you think? You stomped on a homeless guy's cake for attention, Opie. This is not, to stomp on a homeless guy's cake and then to look at Dave Portnoy, who's making like a legitimate possibility, like maybe I'll run for mayor, and be like, oh, that's just sad, Dave. This is the embarrassing part. Like, Opie doesn't realize he's kind of become the embarrassing, jealous, bitter guy.
You never want to be that guy, Mike, and you're never self-aware when you are that guy.
Of course, yeah.
I could do that. I'm going to run for president. Everyone goes, oh, my God, Opie's going to run for president. You're not going to be the mayor of New York City.
No. That's the huge difference, Opie. See, he thinks he's still in that world. Opie, I dare you. Say it right now. Put out a real statement on all your social. Say you're running for president. We would goof on it. Carl would goof on it. Like, maybe the best you could do is like maybe it would come across some comedy podcast. Like maybe Lewis would talk about it on Real Ass Podcast or something, you know? Like that's the peak of where that could go. In his wildest dreams, that's where that might end up. It's not going to be headlines. No one's thinking about you. Like that was actually tough to hear where he's like, I could say right now I'm running for president and everyone would go crazy. Everyone would lose their minds. No, they would. Like he thinks he's on Portnoy's level. It's such a delusional thought.
Yeah, I wonder if he would get more pub as running for president on his own, no one would care, or saying he was going to be Joey C's vice president, where there's already people watching Joey and paying attention.
It would be, I got to tell you, it would be a lot of the same channels would cover it.
Yes.
I'm not going to say more reaction, but it might be the same.
That would be the move, Opie. That's the move.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Bloomberg was from Massachusetts. He became mayor. De Blasio, Massachusetts. He became mayor.
Actually, go back.
Going to be the mayor.
Go back a little bit. I want to hear him compare himself to Portnoy one more time.
Going to run for president. Everyone goes, oh my God, Hope's going to run for president. You're not going to be the mayor of New York City.
Wait a minute. Bloomberg was from Massachusetts. He became mayor. De Blasio, Massachusetts. He became mayor.
He ain't going to be the mayor.
Portnoy's from Massachusetts.
He's too lazy.
Ron also has no concept of what's going on. He's from Massachusetts. He has to be the mayor.
You could be mayor, Mike.
That's not what we're talking about, Ron.
Chambers could be mayor.
You got to work hard to be the mayor, whether you're good at it or bad at it. He ain't doing it.
Opie, he's fucking loaded.
Yeah, but he's lazy. He wants a lazy.
What a tremendously wild take from this guy who is doing his 1 hour of work for the day.
Yeah. The
begging for $150. You can say a lot of things about Portnoy. He's not a lazy man.
No, plus Opie is.
Opie's incredibly lazy.
Like, we have a hypocrisy Olympics today, Mike. This statement versus the Whitney statement are the two most hypocritical statements I've ever heard. Holy shit.
Anthony, I think, would take some level of, and I don't think Anthony's lazy either, really. Like, he built something on his own. But, like, I think Anthony would take some sort of a badge of honor in being lazy. Like, Anthony likes to drink and play video games and that shit. And I think he would admit, like, there wasn't from Opie and Anthony, there wasn't a tremendous amount of painstaking work put into the Opie and Anthony show. Like, the producers put work into putting a prep sheet in front of them and saying, here's a lot of the things you can talk about today, or you can talk about their lives. Like, the amount of grueling work that Opie did is, I would say, negligible. I don't think he was a really hardworking guy. I think if he was, that show could have been as big as Howard, maybe. But I just don't think Opie was that guy, really. Like, Howard is not a lazy guy. Howard was a very hardworking guy. I mean, I guess he's gotten lazy. But for a long time, Howard was a very hardworking guy. Dave Portnoy is not a lazy guy. This is, if you want to talk lazy, the laziest take he could have had.
Absolutely.
Where he's like, Ron goes, hey, did you hear what Dave Portnoy said about Tom Brady? And Ron goes, that guy's lazy. So, well, you don't even know what he said.
He's too lazy to even listen to what he said about the guy. His ears are lazy.
You're talking about something to do with the mayor. That's not even what Ron asked you.
You got to work hard to be the mayor, whether you're good at it or bad at it. He ain't doing it.
Opie, he's fucking loaded.
Yeah, but he's lazy. He wants a lazy gig. He's
from Massachusetts.
Listen to me.
Work smarter, not harder.
I don't think Portnoy wants to be mayor. I don't think he would really want to do that. But he built a company from the ground up. He was fucking handing out newspapers. He'll tell you. Believe me. He started out handing out fucking newspapers on the T in Boston with an army of homeless people to try and get these things in the hands of potential customers. Yes, and like that is not a lazy man that does that. Opie is begging people for Opie's a beggar. Opie's one of the homeless. Opie would have dreamed of being one of the guys that Dave used to hand out those newspapers.
Yes.
I don't think it ruins Tom Brady's legacy. I don't think it ruins his legacy, Ron, because how many Super Bowls did he win for you guys?
Oh, okay. Let's watch a tremendously lazy take here.
Jesus Christ.
You don't know how many Super Bowls Tom Brady won? Let's have a talk about this subject. I don't know anything about it. And Dave's the lazy one.
4? 3?
6.
No, but how many for the Patriots?
6.
Both wrong, aren't they? No, he got 5 with the Patriots.
6 with the Patriots, 1 with the Bucks.
It's GOAT, man. That's why he's the GOAT.
Oh, 6 for the Patriots and then 1 for Tampa Bay?
Yes.
Total of 7?
Yes. Where you been?
Where's my camera?
Where you going?
Make sure this part doesn't freeze up, Long Island Cable. Hey, Portnoy, you're stupid.
By the way, I love a guy. Hey, get this message to Dave Portnoy. Now, my internet is probably going to cut out. It's like, I'm sure he'll get it, Opie.
I pay for dial-up, so he might get it next month, but make sure he gets it.
Make sure this part doesn't freeze up, Long Island Cable. Hey, Portnoy, you're stupid. You're stupid.
Not lazy at all.
Nothing can ruin
And
the legacy of a guy that
laziest, lamest take, but it's also a guy trying to drum up like, maybe Dave will respond to this.
Maybe he'll like me if I say
That's his ultimate dream. Maybe I'll get into a back and forth like the old days where we would call someone out and they would feel pressure and they'd have to respond to it. And then we could bash them again the next day. And then we'd have some actual content to talk about. That's Opie's dream here, is that Dave responds to this. It's never going to happen, Ope.
Dad'll show Anthony. That's his dream. Anything that just will show Anthony the next day.
Right.
Hey, Portnoy, you're stupid. You're stupid. Nothing can ruin a legacy of a guy that won 7 Super Bowls. But with that said, he looks kind of stupid.
That's kind of the point he's making. That's kind of the entire point is, hey, this guy. And it also, like, Dave kind of made his career being a fanboy of the Patriots. And so he rose to prominence. So Opie's acting like, oh, he probably doesn't know any of the stuff that I know, that Brady won 3 or 4 or however many Super Bowls. Like, no, he's pretty well versed in the guy.
He had a sports network worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
Post-football life.
All right, Howard time.
Just a tremendously lazy take. But now he is moving on to something he knows a little more about. So Opie can be lazy and still talk about this one with a little more substance, I suppose. He does have some insight into the world of Howard Stern. So Opie can lazily breeze through this subject, I assume.
Yes, I also took Sirius's money without working hard. I understand the subject.
All right, Ron, the big story is this Howard Stern. My God, this guy's
What a cheap fuck.
This guy is God's gift to radio, God's gift to podcasting, God's gift to books, God's gift to movies, God's gift to new media, God's gift to the world.
It's good he doesn't sound bitter. That's
No.
By the way, what year is this rant coming out of? No one ever criticizes Howard Stern.
New media. What the hell is that?
2000, Opie? What year do you think it is? And no one ever makes fun of this guy for his show declining. How come no one ever mentions that? Oh, what is he, God's gift to the world? Yes, Opie, you're right. There aren't multiple podcasts dedicated to bashing him that are years into production that have been going for hundreds and hundreds of episodes just shitting on him. His audience has declined dramatically. He's become kind of the go-to reference for someone that completely sold out and just changed who they were for the idea of celebrity. Like he's destroyed his image, more or less, at least with his audience. I don't know what new people think of Howard Stern that are just discovering him. But like with anyone that knew who Howard Stern was, Howard's destroyed his reputation. And Opie's take on it is, why is everyone kissing his ass all the time?
It's amazing.
I like to be, finally, people are writing me and they're going, you know what, we understand why you obsess about Howard, because this guy's a real jerk. We should have listened to you.
Hey, Opie, it's the year 2026, and I'm just noticing maybe Howard's not the everyman he claimed to be. Hey,
billion.
In 2026, I'm here to ask, where's Artie Lang been on that show?
Where's Gilbert at? I swear I haven't heard Gilbert on there in years.
All these people are messaging Opie this week. Hey, Ope, I'm just kind of coming around here. Call me late to the party. But is Howard Stern... Man, I shudder to even say this. Is he a bit of a sellout?
Does Opie have a memento situation going on where he doesn't remember the previous day's events? Did he come out of a coma from like 10 years ago or something? What happened, Opie?
It's amazing. Well, I'll tell you what's amazing about this is that if you go back, Opie and Anthony were one of the first people to be calling out Howard Stern. Like when Howard was king, they were saying, hey, guy, he's not all he seems. Like, he put a gag order on us. He's very sensitive when he feels he can't win a war. Like, there's a phoniness to Howard Stern. They were calling that out in, I don't know, 2001, maybe even earlier. I don't know, but sometime around there, years ago, before anyone started to know. And then they were again kind of early at Sirius, where they were making fun of him for, trying to give Paul McCartney one of Beth's cats. Like, they were making fun of him for the America's Got Talent stuff. So they were on the cutting edge of this. But now Opie, for some reason, is like, guys, I've got a bombshell here. Howard Stern, he's no shock jock. And he expects us all to go, what? Opie, come on, man. Don't go. Listen, there's crass, but then there's too far. All right? You're saying something there that I don't know you should be saying. It's dangerous.
To you and Anthony back in the day when you were telling your stories about this jerk, because, man, more and more is coming out, and it really proves that you guys were right the whole time, that he is a jerk.
This feels like when one of those articles comes out that goes, did you guys know Hitler was actually gay? And it's like, yeah, no, we all have our thoughts on Hitler. We're done being like, hey, that guy seemed like a bit of a hypocrite.
Not a great painter, Hitler. Okay.
Hey, he wasn't so great. It's like, no, we're pretty well versed on it, Hope.
Narcissistic, self-fucking absorbed piece of garbage, Ron. So last we left you, it came out that taking the whole summer off, Howard taking the whole summer off was not enough for this man. When he comes back after Labor Day, he's going to go down to one show a week, which he has every right to do. The guy's in his 70s. I get all that.
Wait, he's not even doing a live show now?
No.
This guy just keeps winning.
Oh, God bless him, but this guy a little.
I'd like to be doing that, but fuck him for doing it.
Yes, that's the American dream, really. Work one day a week for $100 million.
He's a genius, and I envy him. But fuck him, man.
Yeah. I love Stern, but I've been against the modern Stern, what he's been doing. But Opie, with this talk, is making me want to defend Howard again. God damn it, Opie, stop it.
It's not dissimilar from when we were talking about Whitney a minute ago. Like, Whitney was right. Whitney's argument is correct. Like, it was lame that they censored her. She's right. But for her to say it, it's just coming off so hypocritical and bitter, and it's just not coming from the right place. With Opie, this is clearly jealousy. It's just bottled up rage from the last 25 years or more. And it's a complete jealousy that he wanted to be Howard. He felt he deserved, and as an Opie and Anthony fan, and I think Anthony would even agree with this, I think Norton would agree with it, they weren't Howard Stern. They weren't even close. Like, I loved Opie and Anthony, and I think it's a better show. I could argue that it's a better show, and I would feel very comfortable in my winning that debate if someone disagrees with me. I can give you all the reasons I feel the Opie and Anthony show is better than the Howard Stern show.
At peak? You're talking just like at peak?
And it's even more selfish, I guess. A lot of the reasons are probably why I liked one show more than the other, but why I felt it was like a more real show, more representative of what Howard claimed to represent. I think Opie and Anthony really did for the most part. But it's not even close to an argument. Howard was much, much bigger.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's no one in the 90s and 2000s. If you mention the name, what was that?
No, we had a honker outside my apartment.
I thought it was you. I thought it was like a sound drop.
No, I live very close to people. So.
It was so clear.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Like in the 90s and 2000s, it'd be very difficult to find someone who didn't know who Howard Stern was. Even if they didn't listen to him, it would be, it's that nasty guy from the radio. Opie and Anthony was not a household name. They were in 20 or 30 markets when they were on WNEW, and then disappeared for 2 years. Like, they just weren't as popular as Howard. That's not shitting on them. Howard was the biggest guy in the history of radio. For some reason, I say all of that not to shit on the Opie and Anthony show, but to say that for some reason, Opie looked at Howard as like, I deserve all that stuff also. The amount of vacation days he gets, the salary that he makes, the respect and cachet that his name carries. I deserve that. I'm Opie. I'm just as big as Howard. Why don't I have all that? So that comes oozing out of him here, where he's saying he's not shitting on, like, the reason I would shit on Howard Stern for taking the summer off and doing once a week is, like, you're accepting all this money. You're not doing a show. Like, brand the show as something that the Howard Stern show is over. You're now doing a once a week podcast, and he's not acknowledging it. He's pretending it's the same show. He does this weird thing where you can't even mention it. You can't talk about the criticism the show is getting for this. It'd be interesting to hear Howard's response to all that, but you never will. Like, that's why I think it's lame of Howard Stern to be this new version of him. Opie thinks it's lame because he's thinking, why don't I get a bunch of money and get a bunch of vacation days? And why can't I do this podcast once a week? Instead, I have to beg for $150 or threaten them not to do a show when I probably still will, even if I don't get it, because I need that money. Like, Opie's looking at it from a jealous, bitter place, and that's why it's so inauthentic.
And it shows how non-bitter Anthony is. Like, Anthony doesn't seem to be affected at all by this.
I'll make fun of Howard for this, but he doesn't give a fuck about...
No.
Like, I think it seems like Anthony wants to do a show. He wants to work. He's doing... I don't know what is he going to do Afternoon Drive and the daily Gavin McInnes show?
You know what that isn't, Mike? That is not lazy.
It's not lazy. It's not a guy that doesn't want to broadcast either.
No.
You know, like, it's not a guy that resents having to talk into a microphone, which I think Opie does.
I've never heard Anthony ask me for $150 directly, Mike. Never happened.
Or else.
Yes.
A little behind the scenes action about the Howard Stern, right? None of this matters because in the end, Howard won. I'm sitting here with shitty Wi-Fi, you know, with my ring light blowing in the wind. It's ready to fall over. So trust me, I know he won. But the fact
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
You said Howard Stern, like, lives near you and shoots and does the show from his house like you do, right?
Yeah.
Do you think he has these issues?
No, he doesn't, Rod. He won. But I tried to tell the people, me and Anthony tried to tell the people, this guy used to throw tantrums behind the scene. Tantrums. He's not this brave broadcaster that everyone thought that would take on all.
You were first to that, but it's been, I don't know, 10 years of people realizing that, maybe more. We know.
Yes. This is a well-documented fact at this point.
Opie's acting like we stumbled upon this revolution this week. Like, what? Wait, what? Hold on a second. Is Howard Stern a phony?
Yes.
No, it can't be. No, we've dealt with it. We've come to accept it.
Yes, that revelation can register to vote. That's how long it's been around. We've known.
Yeah, we're
people
fine.
coming at him. When he couldn't take it, he would run to the bosses and throw tantrums. He threw a tantrum because I said hi to him in the hallway. I know this is all old news, but he threw a tantrum and had the whole place shut down.
If I'm not mistaken, 11 years ago, I think this is. So Opie is just like clinging to, maybe 10 years ago, but Opie is clinging to this. And Andy was mean to me. Like, he thinks that's going to be wherever, because Howard's in a weird place where the majority, if not all, of his like diehard fans were like, oh yeah, fuck this guy. I guess he was a phony. Like, everyone's kind of turned on him. But they're like, in Hollywood, no one has really done that. Like, he's still kind of, for whatever reason, it's a destination for celebrities to go promote something. Like, people still think of him as some kind of a big deal as far as interviews go. And Opie hates that. Opie's like, why don't they see? And his big smoking gun is, guys, he was rude to me. Opie, can you believe that? He was rude to Opie. Like, doesn't that change your opinion of him now? It's like, no, all this other stuff does, but we believe he could have been a dick in the hallway to you. And also, Opie was the one kind of being a dick. Opie was the instigator. Where, if you don't know the story, Opie purposely waited for Howard in the hallway, was filming him, and would go, hi, Howard. And Howard, I guess, said to someone like, hey, clear this guy out. Like, fuck him. Like, it was a rivalry. Howard was giving a fuck you to Opie because Opie was antagonizing him. Now you can feel however you want about that. Criticize Howard, criticize Opie, say they're both in the right, whatever. But it's not that puzzle piece is not this oh my God moment that everything else is. Like Opie wants to equate that moment to, never having Artie or Gilbert on again, or saying he loves when Ellen dances. Like Opie thinks it's like a moment in Stern history that is equal in hypocrisy to those.
BH and AH, before hello and after hello.
You're right. That was the day.
Was allowed to move around until he got into his area. That's Howard Stern.
Devastating.
Ego time.
All right. Well, let's hear. Maybe this is not an ego. Maybe I'm wrong about all this. Maybe it's not Opie's ego. Maybe there's some broader thing coming into play here.
I try to tell these people Howard's not a good guy. He don't give a fuck about anybody in his life. He don't give a crap about his listeners. All he cares about is his ego and just making it rain money all around.
Can I tell you something? First of all, keep that in mind for our next clip. All he cares is making it rain money. So just tuck that away. And when I'm done yammering, just keep it in the back of your mind in case maybe it'll come up again is all I'm saying. This guy only cares about money. But it's also interesting to be like, this guy is all ego. He doesn't care about his audience. He just cares about money. That's not the issue people have. No. Like people are looking at the show. No one's like, oh, Howard cares too much about money. It's like, no, it's everything wrong with that show. It's a joke. I said this to Carl recently. Carl has played clips of Howard Stern that I haven't heard other people cover, where I'm like, this should be national news. How bad this show has gotten.
Yes.
Like that should be a big story. I guess people are just over it. But like, it's crazy if you look at how bad the Howard Stern show is now. And that's what people are interested in. Nobody's like, oh my, it dawned on me just now. He's got an ego. He's got a bit of an ego. Well, we knew that the guy called himself the king of all media.
King of all media, yeah.
We were aware of that a long time ago.
He said he could bang famous models, and we looked at him. we were like, I mean, come on. Right. Ex-employees is the next one.
Okay, so now Opie is known for mistreating ex-employees. Let's see if maybe he confesses to that here. Maybe he's like, hey, listen, say what you want about Howard, but I've had my foibles in this department. Maybe that's what this is.
And then he has what's it called, a NDA?
Right.
That if you make one fucking peep,
right,
all the money's gone. It's taken back.
Right. I didn't sign nothing, Ron. So if any of these ex-employees want to give me some inside stuff, I'm your voice. Give it to me.
Hold on a second. Now, you remember a moment ago when I mentioned ego?
Yes.
Opie inserting himself into this discussion. I didn't sign nothing. You weren't an employee of Howard's.
Yes.
You never worked for him. You worked at the same company as him a couple of times. You never worked for Howard. Why would they include that stipulation in your? That would be crazy.
You would have a point about Howard if you had to sign something about that from Howard.
Which he did, by the way. Like, I mean, there is, of course, like CBS put a gag order on Opie and Anthony. They couldn't say Howard Stern's name. There has been shit like that. But Opie's saying, like, I'm the only brave one of these employees. Like, it's become a criticism of, like, the employees that got laid off. Where he's like, well, I've got guts. So they can come to me and tell them. They can trust me. It's like, really? So you're just going to say this without sourcing it and people are going to believe you? That makes a lot of sense. I will say, as a quick aside, was it ever confirmed that it is like Benji and people that have been longtime employees that got laid off?
I haven't seen anything other than Mike Trainer say he was let go. It's been pretty quiet who has been let go. And I've seen them ask a couple people, and they're like, I'll let those people tell when their time comes. It almost seems like the NDA has like a time limit, like there's like 30 days or 60 days sort of stuff before you can announce. And so, yeah, but it looks like JD is still at the show because he's still posting stuff from the show daily. So you just kind of look to see who's posting from the show daily. Sal has been sort of missing. So that's an interesting one. Sal and Richard.
They've tried to make it seem like it's Benji, Sal, and Richard, which I just haven't seen confirmation of that yet. That is, it is nuts, just to go to that conversation for a second. Like when you think of what the Howard Stern show was, it is crazy that like they either won't address it or will have some kind of a throwaway thing when they're back. You know, like
The most honest show ever became the most dishonest show ever.
it would have been 4 hours or 5 hours or whatever it was. Like if they fired Benji, Sal, and Richard, or even if it was rumored that they might fire Benji, Sal, and Richard, that would be the whole show the next day.
Yeah, and it pains me to think about that, of just the mistakes Howard has made here in his what could have been his coaching tree, but also think about Sal, Richard, all those guys are going to get opportunities to do shows elsewhere. Why wouldn't they have prestige that you've attached to their name for decades, and now you're just going to let them go off to another business and do it when you have another channel right there on Sirius?
Right, even just let Sal and Richard do some podcast or whatever.
Fuck, it's crazy. And also the Opie thing here, Forest for the Trees. Opie only got those contracts for millions of dollars because Howard brought in all the subscribers from the money that Opie has is because of Howard.
That's not true. I'll say he has that money because Howard Stern was a trailblazer, both in regular radio and satellite radio. That attributed to it. Also because of Anthony and Jim. So let's not discount that.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying, the opportunity to make that amount of money only exists because Howard opened those doors.
But I'm saying let's spread out the credit a little bit.
Well, like in any other industry, if someone came before you and allowed you to make millions because they made millions, you usually praise that person. They were a trendsetter. Thank you for helping me. Opie's like, fuck you.
Anthony's a little better at that, where he acknowledges what a trailblazer Howard was. But I do get there's definitely Howard was shitty to them for a long time. Literally put a gag order on them. They weren't allowed to say his name. This is while they were still on CBS radio, but not even satellite. They were on different channels, different time slots, working for CBS. They would call him radio edit because they weren't allowed to say Howard Stern. Shit would get dumped when they talk about Howard. So I get them having resentment for Howard. He tried to hold them down early in their career. And then the day, I knew I would never be a full-fledged Howard fan because of that clip. I think Cardiff ended up posting it. I think you could find it on Cardiff's YouTube somewhere. But Howard Stern did Sean Hannity's show years ago. And Hannity, good for Sean Hannity, because I never heard anyone else ask Howard about this. But Sean Hannity asked Howard, hey, you put a gag order on Opie and Anthony. And Howard says, he acknowledges that he did. You put a gag order on these guys. You talk about being this pioneer for free speech. You advocate for free speech. You fight against the FCC. That's what a lot of your radio show is built on. How do you address that? And Howard said, yeah, I'm for my free speech, not theirs. And that was the day I was like, oh, well, fuck this guy then. I have no interest in him, really. So I get Opie and Anthony being resentful of him forever. I do get that. But Opie is trying to have this kind of. I think if you tell that, you can tell that story and talk about your resentment for him and still manage to have a conversation about this story in a way that completely isn't dripping in bitterness the way he is.
There's a guy that worked on his show. I don't want to say his name because Howard put him through hell. And when he left the show, he wasn't allowed to use his famous nickname to try to make a few bucks after the Howard Stern show ended. Guy's a huge fan of mine. He's probably watching right now.
Why can't you say his name?
Huh? I don't want to put him in a position because Howard has made his life miserable, and Howard took away his nickname.
Who is he talking about? Do we know?
I thought Stuttering John at first, but he didn't. Howard didn't take away his nickname.
Yeah,
so
Howard uses that. I mean, Stuttering John uses that name exclusively. Stuttering John even puts Howard Stern on his posters to sell comedy tickets.
Hey, Chad, if you know who he's talking about there, put it in chat, and I'll read that.
So he can't.
Chad at first, I was like, why would he know?
Z-Man, get back to me.
Can't even make money off his old nickname. He had to change it. He had to change it to blank the bowler.
The bowler.
Oh, Scott the engineer, maybe. So maybe Scott the engineer because he was the bowler, and so he couldn't use Scott.
Change his name.
Maybe he couldn't. Maybe if Howard took the name Scott the engineer, that's hilarious. But also not giving him money for the health stuff that he wanted. And I'm also going to steal your name. That's
what Scott the engineer is not. It was his name and his job.
Was it Jackie? It wasn't Jackie the Joke Man because he had Joke Man before.
No, Jackie the Joke Man uses his name. Yeah. He must have. So my guess is Scott the engineer left when that show had already been Marcy Turkified.
Correct. He got turked.
he got turked. I don't think a lot of these other guys did.
used to have a name, something like Blank the Engineer, but now he.
No, it is. Yeah, Scott the Engineer.
Unless he's purposely trying to misdirect us. But did Scott the Engineer do anything where he would use that name after?
The last thing I heard that he was going to do was work on that show with that weird alien dude that Howard or John was doing shows with in Florida.
Yeah.
And so maybe he wanted to use Scott the Engineer for that, and Howard's like, "Nope, I own that shit. You're Scott the Boulder now."
How would that even work? Like, let's say Scott went to a different radio station, and they were like, "Hey, this is Scott. He's our engineer." Would Howard be able to sue them? Like, it's his name and job.
Resume is a copyright infraction at this point. So it's hilarious.
He's Blank the Bowler because Howard basically told him, "No, that was a name that we gave you when you were working for us, so you can't use that name anymore." Howard's the worst.
Yeah. Well, maybe Opie will expose him. Thank
Fair
you, Dave
deal.
Portnoy, for not taking my name and disability away from me. That was nice of him, I guess.
Yeah, it was. Fair deal is the next one.
All right, let's hear this.
I said it when this story first hit. I said Howard should give each employee just let go, especially the ones that have been with him for a long time. If it's a newer employee, okay, I get it. But a guy that's been loyal for so long, a minimum of $1 million. Sorry.
They're making a salary, right?
Just give him $1 million. People don't understand how rich people get rich. They do not give $1 million gifts to people. Come on.
$1 million severance, which, by the way, depending upon how much money they made and how much, how long they worked there, maybe it would be close. You know?
Well, possibly. But I think he's talking like everyone. Like Wendy, the slow adult's eating out of a trash can right now. And I think he's also meaning she should probably get $1 million too. Like this thought permeates the Howard. Well, this thought permeates. Like Howard should take care of everyone. He's made $1 billion. Help these sort of tarded people that helped you in the beginning, that have nothing, and then help your staff. And he won't do it yet.
But Howard did, like, what people don't understand is a lot of those people were allowed to do the Stuttering John Friends tour, until
they weren't. Yes,
they like for a long time that was their payment. Is you are now a celebrity,
right?
Get me out of here.
Yes,
you're a celebrity. Do with that what you wish, and I think a lot of them couldn't, and that's not Howard's fault. It's not Howard's fault that another place doesn't have a use for High Pitch Eric. Like, what are they gonna do with him? Like that's not Howard's problem. It's not his job to make them a millionaire. And if you don't like it, if you think he's exploiting you, leave. If you're like, hey, I don't like my pay and I don't like the way this guy treats me, I could make more money somewhere else. Go do that. The problem is a lot of them couldn't make more money somewhere else, but they're like, I am making money here and I'd like to make more of it. It's like, well, now, what is your worth? And by all accounts, Gary is a millionaire. Robin's a millionaire. Fred's a millionaire, right? Am I wrong about that?
Oh, no, they're multimillionaires.
I think they make quite a bit of money, and that's because Howard felt some value in them. Like, he felt like he could, for whatever reason, whether he's right or wrong, he felt like he couldn't lose those people, and they were necessary to the operation, so they got a shit ton of money. Whereas Stuttering John was expendable. And fine, go to the Tonight Show. Like, make your money there. I don't need you, And the only guy, well, two people, I guess. The only people that were able to do that were Artie Lang and Billy West. Like, Jackie the Joke Man never had, he did, like, comedy gigs and shit, but it was never the same for like, Billy West, his career flourished after leaving Howard Stern. He became bigger, and Artie Lang had the ability. If he was able to stay off drugs, I think Artie would have been bigger after leaving the Howard Stern. He got on, he was on that HBO show, Crashing. His stand-up would have been huge. He would have been very relevant in podcasting. Other things brought down Artie Lang, but like Artie had a skill that allowed him to make money elsewhere. Beetlejuice had a skill that allowed him to be relevant on TikTok. Wendy the Retard is doing shows with Casey Day.
Yes.
Like people
She got too big for me.
People have their lot in life,
Yes.
Here's $1 million. Go enjoy your life.
But it's not like some of these guys can just go and find another job either. You got to take care of them.
Johnny, look what I'm doing. You think they're going to have...
See,
Is this communism?
no. There's this feeling that Howard owes these people because he's so rich, and they're
He owes them. He owes them.
Yeah.
He owes them for the time they worked for him.
Yes.
And whatever is legally obligated to pay severance. Now, would it be great if Howard gave them each $1 million? Wouldn't that be swell? And should you say what a nice guy he is? Absolutely. But there's a reason that people would be praised for making a move like that. It's not what you're owed. It's not what you're legally obligated to give. It would actually be like a really nice and thoughtful thing for you to do that, because that's not what's required. A lot of people just do what's required. Is Howard a dick? Of course. We've all witnessed it over the last 15 years. But he's not obligated to give these people money. I don't understand this idea of handouts.
It sort of does have like the vibe of if you want to pay the government more in taxes, you can. You it's optional. You can pay more in taxes if you want. But who the fuck would do that, right?
Right. But I don't know why it took this long to get here. How much did Opie give E-Rock for his years of service?
Good point.
E-Rock,
God damn.
E-Rock, if you stumble upon this clip, please let me know. Let me know in the comments.
Some
How
screenshots
much?
of some invoices.
Opie's a millionaire, right? Opie's a millionaire. What did he pay E-Rock? What did he pay Sam Roberts? What did he pay Danny when he got fired? What did he pay Travis Teft? What did he pay Steve C when he left? What did he pay any of these people for their years of service, embarrassing themselves on air for the name of the Opie and Anthony show? What did Opie pay all the comedians that made Opie and Anthony popular? Patrice O'Neal, Louis C.K., Bill Burr. What did Opie give them?
Bobo.
Bobo. Lady Di. Other than calling Lady Di and exposing her dementia in a nursing home, what did Opie do for her after she was no longer part of the show? Like, what did Opie do for these people? I would assume nothing or less than. Like, what a ridiculous fucking argument.
Great point.
Johnny, look what I'm doing. You think they're going to have better success than this? Go F yourselves.
F yourselves.
All right, time for the goal.
Well, this is very exciting. We haven't covered the goal in a while. Boy, I've been jonesing for one. And Opie, he's nowhere near as skilled as Aaron, but I'm hoping he gets there. We're reaching for the goal, folks. Get ready.
All right, listen. We put a bounty on the show today. If I don't make $150, no show tomorrow. We're up to $15.
Yeah, we're not doing it tomorrow.
The Cheeseburger Walrus. Before I forget, the Blandford Recreational Center is collecting bottles for charity. What is Ron's top donation? We like to try and match it. All right, thank you. This guy's been trying to do a bid all morning. We don't get your bid. I'm sorry, but thanks for your $5. Thank you.
Well, you must get it because you're angry about it, right?
Very angry about everything.
Why would you be, if you don't get it, why would you be angry about it? Wouldn't you just go, oh, I don't understand this, sir. Can you clarify?
I don't get it.
I don't, no, we don't get your bit. So I'm very upset about it. We're reaching for the goal. So I'm hoping, I think White Power Hour might be in this show's future with any luck. Oh, good. Some Howard facts.
But that's the latest. Now Howard's screwing them over with their severance. God. God. Howard is a miserable person. I know for a fact he doesn't have many friends. I know.
That's always a great one. I know he doesn't have many friends. No one likes him. I know he doesn't have any friends.
No one goes to his birthday parties.
I wonder, does anyone hear anything that might be applicable to a different human being?
It's mirror time.
Nobody likes him. All his ex-employees hate him. His former partner tries to give him advice and he never listens. He's burned every bridge he has. And now he does live streams for 30 people with this hack Ron the waiter. It's really specific.
His wife can't stand him. Rolls her eyes every time she looks at him.
Howard is a miserable person. I know for a fact he doesn't have many friends.
That is so Michael Scott right there. Think about it. It's so Michael Scott.
It's not really Trumpian in a way, too. Yeah. He's got no friends. Guy.
None, no friends, none,
I
zero.
know for a fact that I know a lot of facts. Let's just put it that way. I know a lot of facts, Ryan. I know.
Opie, this is classic Opie. Leave it alone, or maybe I'll go. You want me to go there? Like Opie always threatens. He did it with Anthony, with the famous grape. Leave it alone. I'll go. You want to get ugly with me, bro? Like he threatens that he has this information on you, and it's weird. It never comes out. It never came out about Anthony. He threatened it with Sam a few years ago. He's like, I got intel on Sam. Maybe Sam should keep his mouth shut. That never came out. Like he just makes these vague threats because he actually has what he actually is holding in his back pocket is nothing. And so he has nothing to say about these people. So he just makes these vague allusions in hopes that the audience just, jumps to their own conclusions and says some horrible shit about people on his behalf.
I know a lot of facts about Mr. Stern.
Okay, give us some.
No, not today, Ron. A little bit here and there.
Not today.
No,
not today. What great radio.
On the day I say I hate him and he's a horrible human. Not today. We're going to hold some stuff back. We're going to peacemakers.
We're going to take the rest of the summer off and we're going to come back and do it.
We're taking the high road, Ron, after I said he was a horrible person.
Gotta get these people to listen longer than one day.
I've got to stretch, Ron. I got to stretch this.
We're all going to come back to hear this juicy gossip. Wait, does Howard wear a wig? No way.
Come back and find out. Now we're on to an almond joke.
Oh, this is a real swing the miss.
Oh, McPuffin doesn't like you today. Ron, go shove those chocolate almonds up your ass. Don't. He'll do it. Don't. Ron, can you do me a favor?
Mike, he's putting the chocolate things up his nose, in his nose holes.
Well, it's funny you say that.
Okay.
Opie's going to see this. Opie's going to see that and say, ooh, that is ripe for humor. I've got something that'll make this moment even crazier.
I can't wait.
No, Ron, I got a new bit for you. The Greek nose hair thing worked, trust me. And if that part of the video didn't freeze up, oh boy, that'll be all over social media. You're going to be a big star today. Ron, no, do this one. Take a handful of the almonds, right?
Almonds.
Take your handful of the chocolate-covered almonds, right?
Oh, disgusting.
All right, Ron's in his own fucking world today. You're in your own fucking world. Take a handful of the dark chocolate almonds and drop them in the toilet. Nah.
Boy, that was perfect.
Fingers loved it.
That's a Taco Bell.
That's what Opie would have done. That was back in the old days. That was Opie's job, was to hit that drop, and you nailed it.
A lettuce explosive diet.
What a silence!
It was quiet.
Let me hear that again. What a tremendous silence! And it's, by the way, for like Opie's addition to this is nothing. Throw him in the toilet. Like it's such energy for like nothing existing there. It's the equivalent of whatever negative space is, I think, where it's like it's something that exists in a vacuum.
And full of the dark chocolate almonds and drop them in the toilet. Nah.
Boom. Oh my God. I gotta hear that again. I gotta hear the silence again, and I want to hear. Don't play anything on your end. I want to hear if this fits, because this is a long one. I want to hear if this fits into the silence that Opie has.
The dark chocolate almonds and drop them in the toilet.
Still playing.
Nah.
Oh damn!
That's a Taco Bell.
Almost so close.
It had the effect. It was pretty close. It was pretty good. That is quiet. I like had to check the stream.
No,
see the stream was still up. Ron really didn't help you out there.
terrific bomb. Oh, and yeah, you're right. It's not really even Opie's fault because Ron was just like off in his own world. But Opie just sitting there and waiting for a reaction. Because he has throw him in the toilet. Like that's what a 6-year-old would say.
Can we do it just one more time? Just one more time.
Oh, please. Because if my nephew threw that joke at me, he might be at the age. He's like 8 years old now. I think if my nephew threw that joke at me, he might be close enough to the age where I'd go, "Oh, buddy, come on, you're better than that."
And drop him in the toilet.
Uh-oh.
No? That's a Taco Bell lettuce.
We can play this game all day, dude. I have clips I can play.
Explosive diarrhea joke.
I kind of want to hear a few more. Give me. All right, let's do this once more. Give me the clip you think works best for this moment. This is what a silence, and it's appropriate to be playing clips because I feel like you can hear whatever you want in this.
Yes.
In this silence, whatever your mind's eye can come up with.
It's a Beatles song. It means something to you.
Chocolate almonds and drop them in the toilet.
If you want to know how it is, ask my fucking wife.
It didn't really work. I put too much pressure on you. That's my fault.
Nah? That's a Taco Bell lettuce explosive diarrhea joke. A little stretchy, I know. A little stretchy.
Wait a minute. What? Go back. That was a Taco Bell joke?
Yes.
Go all the way back. And by the way, I've looked at the clock. No time for GD today.
Damn it. I knew you were going to do that. Well, we're getting a sort of GD Fenderson joke right here.
You made me think of it. This is GD-esque.
Yes. All right. No sound effects. Here we go.
And full of the dark chocolate almonds and drop them in the toilet.
Ron's waiting for more.
Nah? That's a Taco Bell lettuce.
Ron's waiting?
Ron's sitting there waiting.
I thought he got up and left.
Piss break time halfway through the show like Kriegers.
I couldn't have believed Ron remained in his seat for this.
That was uncomfortable for poor Ron.
He was doing something wacky with the almonds or something.
He looked over at his cat, I think. That's what he did in that time.
Diarrhea.
Describe what this so take the dark chocolate almonds and drop them in the toilet. And we heard, by the way, all the setup. There wasn't a Taco Bell reference that I can recall. Let me hear him explain this again.
And drop them in the toilet. Nah? That's a Taco Bell lettuce explosive diarrhea joke. A little stretchy.
Okay, hold on. I understood that it was a diarrhea joke. That I was able to wrap my head around. That was not lost on me. I'm proud to admit. Where does the Taco Bell lettuce come into play?
Lettuce.
He did. I will give it this. I don't think it was the same episode, but I think I saw some clip, or maybe I think an episode was titled of Opie's, like, who gets lettuce on Taco Bell? But does Taco Bell lettuce cause diarrhea?
I think it is one of the places that caused that big outbreak in the country.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, you know what? Now it's really funny. I apologize.
Hold on. Now you have the context.
All right, let me hear it again.
The dark chocolate almonds and drop them in the toilet. Nah?
Oh my God. It's so painfully long.
It gets longer every time we listen to it.
That is, holy shit, after all these years. Do you know what that is? I don't know if this will mean anything to you, Casey, but to Ron and Fez fans, it will. That is a blueberry incident, what Opie just had.
I don't know what explain.
Years ago, on the Ron and Fez show, Fez was known for locking up and freezing and getting nervous and not talking on air. And he has this moment where they're talking about blueberries or mixing fruits and drinks or something. And Fez starts this with such confidence. He goes, "Now the blueberry can't stand on its own. It's not a And then you watch him lose confidence. And he goes, a standalone fruit. And then he just pauses, and you hear a door shut, and that door shut is Ron Bennington getting up and walking out of the studio. Now, I actually respect this Ron more for just sitting here and taking it.
Taco Bell lettuce explosive diarrhea joke. A little stretchy, I know. A little stretchy, I know. A little stretchy.
Ron does now look like he smelled a fart, so he is not getting.
Oh my God!
Where are you at with lettuce, Ron?
I mean,
now,
if you're gonna,
almonds are not a standalone nut.
Where are you at with lettuce, Ron? Is
Oh yeah, go back. Go back. Let me see. I'm sorry, I talked over it. Let me see him dig his way out of this.
A little stretchy, I know. A little stretchy, I know. A little stretchy. Where are you at with lettuce, Ron?
I mean,
that's intro worthy or outro worthy.
Ron, lettuce, go.
Save me. Let us go.
Ron, give me some big thoughts on lettuce. I need them, and I need them now.
You saved it. You saved it, Ope. Oh, God, one more time.
Taco Bell lettuce explosive diarrhea joke. A little stretchy, I know. A little stretchy, I know. A little stretchy. Where are you at with lettuce, Ron?
I mean, if you're gonna commit to it,
I know.
why didn't you bring some lettuce
I
with
know I
you?
should have wrote it better. It was off the top of my head. I'll work on it. Trust me, I'll work on the.
It was the writing, I think, was the problem. He's right.
Where are you at with lettuce, Ron?
I'll work on it. Like he's going to go back to the drawing board on this one.
I would have loved it if Ron had like a whole dissertation ready to go. Let me tell you about cabbage and lettuce.
I'm glad you asked.
Don't get me started on asparagus.
The explosive lettuce.
Oh my
diarrhea
God, you're
joke.
doing like an open mic on the air?
I'll work on it. That was just a little. I'm like Janine Garofalo. I had a thought. You know, I know you guys paid good money for this, but I got some thoughts on a pad. Let me just go through some of my thoughts because I'm such a great stand-up comedian.
Listen, I'm no fan of Janine Garofalo's, but there's no need to drag her name through the mud. Do not blame Janine Garofalo for whatever that just was.
She'd have something on lettuce. She would have many minutes on lettuce. Fucking crying. That was so funny. Goal update is the next one.
Oh, I forgot about the goal. Jesus. Let's get back to this. Hey, enough jocularity. Let's get back to some serious stuff here.
We're taking tomorrow off, Ron. We did not hit our.
That's how
bounty.
big the show is.
We didn't.
By the way, what are we up to? Is there a chance we're doing the show tomorrow? What's the total right now?
5,
Let's go to the big
10,
board.
12. We made $12. We need 150 to do a show.
That's what the big board.
$12.
By the way, I think you lost money. I think it was 15 earlier, and now it's down to 12.
People took their money back from that fucking joke.
You know what, Ope? I'm sorry. I'm gonna Venmo request you $3.
It's a lettuce tax. That joke was just too much, brother.
It says
$12.
so. We need what? 130. What's the math?
138.
We need another 138.
I don't like my waiter not knowing simple math. I gotta say.
I don't know. This your dinner here was I don't know, $245.
Jesus Christ.
We ain't doing a show tomorrow. And don't
Joyce,
even come at me. Ron, don't even come at me. Howard is off all summer, and then when he comes back Labor Day, he's going to do one show a week. So don't even come at me.
two wrongs don't make a right. Joyce,
He thinks he's like in the same world still. Howard doing one show a week. Which by the way, none of these people, Kevin Brennan does this too, where he's like, oh, if I do more shows, I should get more money. Like, who used, was it Kevin Brennan that uses the Friends analogy? Or no, it was Howard Stern back in the day. Holy shit, that's a sad statement on Howard. Howard used to make this analogy like, hey, Friends is only on once a week, and they all make $1 million per episode. I'm on 5 days a week. Why don't I should have more money. It's like, yeah, but Friends 5 days a week wouldn't make any fucking sense. It would be crazy. The writing would get worse. It's just not how that world works. Opie's like, oh, well, if I do more shows, I should get more money. Well, if you do a show that people need every day, like the reason people are critical of Howard, that was a morning radio show that people look to get through their drives to work and pass their work day. Like it was topical. Robin would do the news every day. They would talk about what was going on in the world, what was important to that audience. They would get Howard's take on it every single day. Excuse me. That's why it's important that was a daily show. Opie being on to ask Ron where he's at on lettuce is not necessary 5 days a week. So he actually might make more money. Like with this show, I think if we started doing it 5 or 6 days a week, I think we would just be like grasping at straws for what to talk about. Doing it once, I mean, we could definitely do more, probably. Like, I don't think it would be crazy if we did twice a week. But 5 or 6 episodes a week, like, by Friday, I'd be like, fuck, nothing happened last night.
Yeah,
play GD again.
Yes, we would have so much GD. It'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Joyce, I'm talking to you. I know you're listening.
No, Joyce.
I'm going to do my sexy voice, Joyce. Joyce, throw in 138.
No, Joyce.
And
No,
you get to see me tomorrow.
Nope. Joyce would say Ope deserves a day to just chill out.
Denise?
No, Joyce, matter of fact, will probably make me a casserole, knowing
Joyce,
that
God is my witness. You put in 138. We have a show. I will write a poem, and
Nope. Joyce is going to make me a casserole and say,
there she is.
Joyce,
I'll write a poem.
No,
and I will do it live tomorrow.
No.
Oh, my Joyce gives me so much joy.
Joyce knows I need to.
Joy, just a lady in the chat that they're begging for money. Just a lady they picked to be like, hey, you gave us money, give us more money.
A very grandmother-looking kind of lady, so it's very, very sad.
You gave us $5. Well, instead of thank you, we're going to ask you for more.
We're going to ask you for 128 or to fill the gap.
Slow down a little bit, just a little bit for the rest of the summer. Slow down. So look, I put the bounty out there. If we make money, I'm here. But
how fucking more slower can you get? You're freezing. Freeze.
God, this Howard is a baby, huh?
Did he do this? Hold on. Did Opie do this all the time? This like sort of segue of nonsense? Because if he is, I have to go back and listen to all of Opie and Anthony. This is his segueing is amazing.
I mean, he would. He's notorious for, like Patrice and Anthony would be in some heated discussion, and Opie was known for being like, let's go to the phones.
Okay, so he is this guy.
Let's derail this conversation. But this is, I would say this is different. This is a little more like discomfort. And it's also funny to like beg some bully some lady into giving you more money and be like, man, this Howard is a baby.
It's fucking weird.
He's a baby, right? Let's go back to that. He's a baby.
Final clip here is pennies.
So they found out what I guess you can give like gems or something now on YouTube. I don't know, like you do on TikTok. People give whatever symbols. They're like Facebook stars that people used to have. Or I don't know what the fuck they are. But I guess you can do that on YouTube now. And it upsets Opie for some reason.
Oh, do I still have Anthony's fucking number in my phone? Let me see. I can't sit here and make pennies every day.
You could make millions with him.
I could make millions easily. I know that. I know. Look at me. The brilliance is just dripping out.
Whoa. You're missing a major factor that Ron threw out there. Opie, in a brief moment of self-awareness, says, what's Anthony's number? We got to get back together so we can both be making millions. And Ron says, you could make millions with him. If you guys did a show together, that could be very successful. And Opie goes, I know I could easily. I said, no. Not what Ron said. Ron didn't say you, Opie, could easily make millions of dollars. He said you'd have to get back together with your old partner and probably, let bygones be bygones with things, which doesn't seem like it would be that easy for you.
The amount of crow you would have to eat would not be comfortable. So
yeah, it would be less than easy, I would say.
You could make millions with him.
I could make millions easily. I know that. I know. Look at me. The brilliance is just dripping out of me. I can, but I don't feel like it. I'd rather collect pennies.
I don't feel like it.
You know what they call that, Mike? Lazy.
I don't feel like it.
That's lazy.
Imagine also saying to your audience, like, this show could be better, but I don't feel like it.
It's good enough.
Again, say what you want about Dave Portnoy. You'd never say that. Like,
No.
Whatever.
Unfucking believable, man.
Yay, super chats.
We got some stuff. We got a members chat here. Shadescal 521 celebrates 5 months of membership. Do you guys also play dominoes with black people? Are the use of avatars on the Blind Mike show officially banned? No.
I would say not officially banned. No. Yeah. I don't know if I know the dominoes joke though.
I don't get that one either. Put that one in the free chat, and I'll try to fix that.
Yes, we need to get that, please.
It's imperative. Saucepan 228 $1.99. Thanks, Mike. You have made Sundays great for the past 5 years.
Oh, that's technically a lie because we weren't on Sundays at the beginning, but I appreciate the point you're making. Yeah.
We really carved out the Sunday though. Now it's ours. Potato. Hamilton Burger 6440. Canadian $2. Like Albert Fish, this Howard guy was a real jerk.
Well said. Yes. Shout out Norm.
Neo Nero 83 $5. Difference between O&A on Stern. Opie tried to ambush Stern in the hallways. Anthony shook Stern's hand at the casino and kept it moving.
Correct. And then they had a story. By the way, that incident led to a story they both talked about. Howard said on air, hey, that Anthony guy, one of the guys from Opie and Anthony ran into me at a casino. It was fine enough, whatever. And Anthony talked about it the next day as well. Like they had a civil interaction. I don't know if I forget if they actually spoke or Anthony just waved to him, whatever it was. But they had like a fine interaction. It came up on both their shows. And it wasn't this awful thing where Howard was like, censor them, turn them down, fire them. But Opie, obviously, made it about him, made it a spectacle.
All right. We got World's Worst Boy, $1.99. Opie will adopt WPH next show.
We're hoping. We're trying to make it happen. Someone in his chat, let him know about it. And maybe that'll encourage him to get back together with Anthony. Because then Opie will say, I can't run this white power hour by myself, you know?
No. That's a two-man job.
Yes.
Robert Amburo 3942 $4.99. Opie still hasn't paid Eastside Dave $500 for an on-air bet.
I think, unless it's an imposter, Robert Tamburo has been helping me out with clips for this channel lately. So shout out to Bobby Tamburo. And
Bobby,
go check out Eastside Dave, which I guess will be on in like 2 months. I think it comes out. I think it's on. You know what? I think it's actually on his Patreon now. But I was on with Eastside Dave. We had a lot of fun. Go check that out. Eastside Dave's Patreon, where he talks about old Ron and Fez stuff. Tales from the Satellite. We broke down Eastside Dave and Fez getting into it over the Dave slapping pizza into Fez's face. And I learned a lot about that bit and the Ron and Fez show from Dave, and it was a great conversation. So check it out on Dave's Patreon, or I think it'll come out in 3 years or so. We'll get it eventually.
Excellent. All right, Mike. Well, I think MATARESE got LeBron James to move to Philadelphia. So now,
you know what? That is probably why LeBron signed with the Sixers. Is LeBron took the road back to Philly, baby? And that's what everyone seems to be doing. So let's get into Joe MATARESE. Boy, this one's gonna frustrate me today. You tell me if you know why or not yet. Do you know why I'll be frustrated by this segment? All right, it'll be fun to see. It'll be fun to see if you can tell, because boy, there's something that really stuck in my craw here. It really agitated me about old Joe. He's back to his old ways. It bothers me, but we'll get there. I don't want to put the.
Is it Dan? Is it Dan? It's Dan.
Oh, Dan. I think we have to do a look into Dan.
I think so too.
Dan intrigues me. But let's just hear what Joe started the latest episode of Road Back to Philly talking about.
A milestone.
Oh, this is big. This is exciting for any podcast. When you get to a milestone number of episodes, it's more symbolic than anything. Does it mean anything when you do 100 episodes or 1,000 episodes or anything like that? No, I mean, technically no. But it says, hey, you've really put some work in here. Something to show for all your effort. And I do think it's worth celebrating when you get to a lot of these milestones. So the Road Back to Philly is celebrating a big anniversary here. Joe, take it away.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode. I don't know what episode number this is, Dan.
10.
Do you? This is 10. We're picking up speed. What?
I was gonna say you've hit this is the milestone. If
10?
You make it past 10, you're doing pretty good. Better than my podcast.
It's Dan. I knew it was Dan.
A tremendously low bar. 10 episodes. Wow. Yeah, you're doing pretty good, Dan. I suppose if he stopped next week, people would look and go, well, at least we have these 10 podcasts. How long was Come Down on the air? 10 episodes, probably, I'm guessing? Because people
Baker's dozen.
Yeah.
What do you think? Most people quit after about 3?
Usually, yeah. It's I think the percentage is 25% people don't even make it to 10.
I would guess it's actually probably more if I think I know what they're talking about. But they're saying, just random people, if your aunt starts a podcast and does one episode for your uncle is the one view it gets or something. That's what that number is talking about, where it's most people just, try a podcast and then stop. They don't do it for any duration of time. Not a comedian that has dedicated his life to it for decades and has been podcasting for 10 years. You don't look at that and go, hey, 10 episodes, pretty good. That's really something, man. But this is what Joe does. He does a handful of episodes and then abandons it because people either don't watch or make fun of it, and you're never going to build anything that way. And Joe will cancel this within a few episodes. The real bombshell is in a minute, where he reveals why he'll probably stop doing this pretty soon. But yeah, we got to 10 episodes. We're probably wrapping this thing up, I would say, by Labor Day. This thing will be done.
And Mike, I recognize in Dan's face the bullshit meter. Every producer of podcasts is full of shit. And so he pulls a number out from nowhere. And the look on his face when he does it is hilarious.
10. I think 10 is that's when things really start going. 10 is where you start making a bunch of money and you have millions of listeners and people heap praise on you. And, they start speculating on whether or not you're going to be able to move to Philadelphia.
10. And then this 25% shit.
The percentage 25% people don't even make it to 10.
Well,
who would have that statistic available?
I bet it's 90% don't make it to 10.
He tried to make the point, but he made the opposite point. Dan.
People are bringing it up at my shows. They bring up that they listen, they watch.
Hold on. You're right, Casey. I wasn't even taking the... So 75% of podcasts go beyond the number you're celebrating. I didn't even take that into account. It's probably bullshit, but nonetheless.
Yeah, we're not valedictorians over here. We're in the top 75%. And we're happy about that.
Not showing off.
They like it. So it's just it's fun. I'm having a good time doing it, and I don't really look at the numbers, even though the numbers seem like they're doing a little better. They're low. We have low numbers. It is what it is, but a lot.
Face for what was that? A millisecond? How would you measure the amount of time he put on the numbers? The numbers are good. They're low. I don't think he got done saying good. The numbers are good. They're low. No one's really listening, but
a lot of the clips that we pull out of this podcast and we post them, that's really the main reason to do it, for those moments to build the social media and get people to come to the live shows. So it's working.
Don't even bother watching the podcast.
It's just
you do it for the social media, really.
We're at Johnny's Pizza now.
Oh, good. This is a little plug. You guys, if you're hungry right now, wherever you're listening to this, is a little advertisement for Johnny's Pizza. So hey, it's a Sunday afternoon, maybe a cheat day for you. You've been good all week. How about a slice of pie? Joe's going to tell you where to get it.
We had a good time. I had unbelievable Johnny's Pie there, right around the corner, dude. Right around the corner from the venue. Unbelievable pizza. Thank you guys. Little shout out to Johnny. They didn't give me any money. I did like a 3-minute commercial on my Instagram for them today, eating their food and loving it. And you said you want to get it, and it looks good.
It looks amazing.
Why on earth would they give you money for that?
Maybe extra cheese?
You think you're Dave Portnoy now? What would they give you money for?
I don't understand the business model here.
Joe was an Instagram video that at most 5,000 people saw. And I would bet a lot of them aren't in the area where even, I'll even grant you this. So I believe Joe's show, I think he said was in Medford, New Jersey, if I'm not mistaken. So let's say you're in parts of New Jersey, parts of Pennsylvania, and we know, if we're being honest, we can criticize the show all we want. The show even reaches Delaware.
It does.
So even if you're in Delaware, you might say to yourself, hey, I'm hungry for a slice, but I'm probably not going to go to Johnny's Pie because it's a 3-hour drive. So people, it's a worthless advertisement you're giving them, Joe.
Their wings are unbelievable.
This reminds me of Imholt giving the discount tickets to the restaurant by his house to people that live nationally.
Yeah. But that's what. But he's saying, "Hey, my TikTok, it works so that it only goes to people in Philly." I don't know how he thinks that's been figured out, but that's how he believes it works.
They got a homemade honey place right next door as another business, so they buy the honey from this place that makes homemade honey, and then they put it on.
Wouldn't that be a bee sanctuary or something? Oh, they make homemade honey.
They're not paying you for this. Get out of town. Get the fuck out of here, Joe.
I mean, he did just say before this, no one's watching. So you don't say that and then say no one's paying me.
He goes, the numbers are good. They're low. The numbers are low.
No,
anyway, why are these people paying me for my local pizza advertisement?
Their pizzas, so it was really good. And then I had some salad on the side of the pizza that had homemade banana bread croutons.
That sounds really good.
As my son would say, it's fire. That shit was fire, yo.
That shit was fire.
Yeah, my son has all that lingo, the fire and yo, and it's mad. It's mad.
We've really, yo, I think extends generations, I would say. I don't know if yo is specific to Joe's son. And then I even think he's about to get into like actual slang. I thought he said mid. He goes, everything's like mad this and mad that. It's like, well, these could be any era, Joe.
He's in touch. He's in touch with the streets of Philly.
That shit was fire, yo.
That shit was fire.
Yeah, my son has all that lingo, the fire and yo, and it's mad cool. He says all that shit. I don't know if all the kids do, but my son does.
What a unique boy.
It's mad cool, bro.
Yeah.
Fire.
That's mad. Oh, hey, that's mad cool, yo. Oh, what are you, 12?
He's the James Dean of his generation.
That certainly wasn't started in the fucking 80s.
Some more local business for Joe here.
Okay, this is good. So if you're saying, hey, I got a business, I got a pizza shop, how can I wet my beak on this? I just saw that Johnny's Pie advertisement. How do I wet my beak on this baby? How do I fill my pockets? You're about to find out.
Those shows. And I was also thinking, because I did this long commercial for the guy and posted it, and the last thing it was only up for a couple hours and it already had 5,000 views on my Facebook fan page. So I was like, this thing might get a lot of views. I should start trying to get local sponsors because I'm getting so many people buying tickets to my local shows and in that area. So any of you local businesses out there, if you're listening or watching the podcast, you got a pizza place. It can be anything that's in that area.
Oh, good. Good. Because I have a hardware store and I was like, I'm just a stupid loser that Joe won't let advertise.
Triple X hardcore porn shops, listen up.
Joe. How far does anything go, Joe?
Anywhere where there's Phillies fans, I say. Anywhere where there's Eagles fans. It can
this
be
is where it gets ridiculous.
Delaware.
Hold on. Go back a little bit. Anywhere where there's Phillies fans. So I guess that would be in the greater Philadelphia area. Listen to where this extends to. Listen to the level of reach he's willing to put on this in order to try and get someone to pay him, again, for TikTok advertisements, to be like, hey, I could use 5,000 people that will likely never come by my store to see this advertisement. This is the opposite. What's the opposite of targeted advertising? Just fucking willy-nilly, just firing into the air advertising.
Yeah, exactly.
That's in that area. anywhere where there's Phillies fans, I say, anywhere where there's Eagles fans. It can be Delaware, it can be South Jersey, it can be Pennsylvania, it can be in Florida where all you.
Wait,
now,
wait.
hold on a second.
What? Local businesses in Florida. What?
Hey, Eagles fans.
What a business model.
Hey, Eagles fans, come down to this bait and tackle shop in fucking Tampa.
Tampa's best strip club. Get your funny money right here, Joe Matarese.
Oh, Sixers fans, we know you're excited about LeBron. You're probably going to want to go to the strip club and make it rain. How about flying down to Tampa? Come down to Fort Lauderdale, Eagles fans.
Tampa, Jersey. They've always called Tampa part of Jersey.
How about this, Joe? Amend the statement. Just say anywhere.
Anywhere.
If you're like, hey, you know, Pennsylvania, Delaware, New Jersey, and Florida, just the East Coast. Can we at least narrow it down to that?
If you say an island like Hawaii or something, I'm getting very mad at you.
He's like, if you're in Greenland.
You're in the Aleutian Islands. Like, we got something for you.
You know, all you snowbirds live that are down there, or some of you now live there year round, you know, Sarasota, Boca. This is where all the Philly people are, Dan.
Yeah.
Boca, Sarasota.
I mean, among others. There's not an underground railroad from Philadelphia to Sarasota, Florida.
My favorite thing about getting up on Sundays and doing the show with you, Mike, is just listening to a man list cities. It's like 7 a.m, just aimlessly list cities.
We got I mean, boy, did I feel silly last week when he said we got Delaware, which already was an own, but he kept going. We got Delaware, we got Philadelphia, we got South Jersey, we got Central Jersey. Add to the list Sarasota, Florida.
What do you think about Scientologists? We're going into Clearwater.
This is like when Scorch would say he was in 90 cities in London. Something felt off about it. But
R.I.P. Scorch. We miss you, buddy.
This, by the way, is a guy. We were talking about Opie and Anthony earlier. When Opie and Anthony were on WNEW, they would have little stingers that listed the city. They'd be like, we're in Dallas, Sacramento, Cleveland, Chicago. Like, they kind of listed the affiliates once in a while. Or even if something would come up, they'd be like, hey, if you're listening to this on whatever in Chicago, blah, blah, blah. That's kind of what Joe Matarese is doing. It's like he's talking to the affiliates. The problem is the affiliates are YouTube and TikTok.
Yes.
So I don't know who he thinks he's reaching here.
These tiny towns have no radio tower, Joe.
Tampa. What am I leaving out here? Tampa,
Please.
Clearwater. They call it Clearwater.
Oh, that's right.
You nailed
called it.
They made the list.
Yes.
Clearwater. There's a lot of Philly people down there, and then there's lots of
and almost entirely Scientologists.
All these Philly people, they're so clear down there. We like
on BTH this week, we had a conversation. Cardiff was telling us how weird Clearwater was because you have all these Scientologists walking around. It's kind of ruled by Scientology. Turns out they're just Eagles fans.
Yep.
Cardiff thought, oh, what's this hymn that they're chanting? EAGLES.
Yes, Dianotics is all about how to get past the second level of defense with your linemen.
Yes, Dianetics.
Heyo.
And by Nick Sarasani. Thank you.
Like that one.
of sprinkles of towns around there in Orlando too. But those are the biggest ones, and I apologize if I left one out. If you live there,
Thank
you know,
you.
whatever.
I was a little, I was pretty pissed off. I was upset you didn't mention Fort Myers, but thank you. Thank you. For
All right, sorry. So, any of you guys have a local business that you want to run ads? Not only will I mention it on the podcast, I'll mention it in my social media posts where it gets a lot of views, and we can do business. Go to joematarese.com. There's a contact information right there. That's the best way to come.
Hey, if you guys have a business, I feel like Massachusetts should be on the list. Given
Now I got shit to do all week, making up businesses and calling Joe Matarese motherfucker.
No one harassed Joe, of course. If you've got a business you want to promote, I think it would make sense to have Joe Matarese promote your business on TikTok. I think that would be, we can do business. We can do a little business.
Business out of the way.
Okay, Mike. This one's called "It's Over," and I think if I were to guess, this is why you're mad. If I were to guess,
is this upsetting? Casey, you're gonna have to calm me down. I might get hot on this one. This son of a bitch. We've invested our time into the road back to Philly. The premise of which is when Joe's daughter graduates high school in 4 years, I believe we're at now, maybe 5. Will he and his wife be able to move back to Philadelphia? He needs us to answer that question. So I've invested a lot of time into pondering, thinking of the pros and cons, benefits and disadvantages, and I think we've all kind of been in this together with Joe's decision making. Listen to this, what this son of a bitch says here. This is upsetting.
Business out of the way. What happened? Road back to Philly. First of all, I think I realized this. Well, not this weekend. This past day, that I probably can't move back down there because I had fights with my mom. We made up. Everything was fine, but I was thinking, I can't live down here till they die.
Hey, cunt! Hey, cunt! Hey, dickhead! Remember? The whole thing was to move closer to your family. You kept saying, my wife, and I'm so jealous. She has all her friends and family here. All my family's in Philadelphia. I want to move there so I can be closer to them. My parents don't have a lot of time left. He gets in one argument with his mom that's been squashed in a day, by the way. Like, we fought and made up. And he's like, I could never do it. I'd never move back.
They die.
So now we're waiting till they die so he can drag his wife to an area where they know no one now.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that, by the way, where you move somewhere where your family once was and now isn't.
Visit their grave often, I guess.
My mom, we made up. Everything was fine, but I was thinking, I can't live down here till they die. Yeah, so I can't live down there, dude, until they pass away. So
what is this? Then the show's over, right? So you're going to say, hey, we did 10 episodes. That's as much as any podcast could be expected to do. We hit the Big 10, and we're going to call it quits. That's a wrap on Road Back to Philly, right? So he's done, I imagine.
Well, it turns into a Ma and Pa Matarese death countdown show, really.
Yeah, now we're just waiting for them to die.
How's their health? Did they walk today? What are they eating?
What is this show? Yeah, maybe that's what he's going to be doing. Oh, my dad had a troubling cough when I saw him last. There might be hope.
So we started looking at apartments.
But hold on, folks. Just remember, I need both of them to die. So don't get your hopes up yet.
Yes, but statistics show when one dies, the other one's soon not far behind him. So
they really loved each other. So with any luck,
where the red fern grows really taught us something.
That's sad to say. It's so morbid, isn't it? They're 83 and 82.
Yes,
That's what you do with your dog too. And you have a dog. My wife can't stand our dog. We have a King Charles Cavalier Spaniel, and it has this breathing problem, and it snores nonstop. And she's just thinking about when is he going to die? Like, and she said, she told me, I'm never getting a dog ever again. Like, we're not getting a dog ever again. No more dogs.
Oh. It's the exact same thing.
Very metaphorical of that wife is thinking, oh God, I can't wait till this thing dies.
She's never once been looking at the dog when she says that. She was like,
do you think
talking about the dog?
The dog is just a manifestation of moving to Philly.
And by the way, Joe's making this comparison. He's like, it's like our dog. Our dog, which is not a human, and has lived a full dog life. It's having trouble breathing, and it's kind of living a tortured existence. So we're like, should we put it down? That's exactly like I got in a fight with my ma yesterday, and I'm like, should we put her down?
What are the tax ramifications of putting Ma down?
By all accounts, his parents are spry as the day is long. They seem to be fine enough to be like, "Hey, Joe, you're a fucking failure," and he's like, "Shut up, you old bag."
Joe, I'm getting calls that people tell me you want me to die. What is this show you're doing?
Joe, we're begging you, don't move back here.
Stay out of our fridge.
So they have their wits about him, and Joe's like, maybe I should just bring him to the vet, and he takes care of him.
Do vet do parents? We're up to racism.
Well, this is a fun little this is a fun little side street we take. I don't know that this mentality will suit Joe well in the streets of Philadelphia. But it's racism, but it's positive race. It's good racism that Joe displays here.
Interesting. Yeah, Jordan
What's
Walker.
his name? Jordan Walker was insane, dude.
Yep.
Big dude, right? His whole family's there. It reminded me of like my daughter when you have kids and you go to these. Oh, remember we talked about my daughter's awards ceremony?
Yeah.
I do positive racism, everybody. Never negative. Here's positive racism. African American people.
Get out of my neighborhood, sir. Please.
When they're supporting someone in their family for something, they go so positive that it's infectious, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Hold on. Let me feed you this stereotype here. So what Joe is saying he's about to explain, like, I guess the stereotypes would be how black people react at the movie theater or how they react to magic. They have they're hooting and hollering. They're having a lot of fun. Again, this is stereotypically. So Joe is saying they displayed some of those same traits at his daughter's 8th grade graduation. So evidently there was a black family there, and they showed a little more spirit than, say, the MATARESE family. Now, let's see if Joe's stereotypes hold water here when he explains all the details.
Positive that it's infectious, right?
Yeah.
So when you're at one of those award ceremonies and their kid wins, this one black girl was going ape shit whenever she won, and she would run up there pumping her fist, and I just thought that was normal, right? My son afterwards goes, she's special needs. I go, I thought she was just positive.
Nah, son, they're all like that.
Positive racism. All these blacks are retards. Positive racism.
She was mentally challenged. I just thought she was black. No, son, you're way off. This is how they are.
No, the drool is normal, Sonny.
He goes, no, she's special needs. That's why she was acting that way. I had no idea because I'm like I see black comedians that are like that all the fucking time. Yeah.
That might be the funniest thing he's ever said.
I just look at black people and I'm like, they're exactly like this little girl.
Yeah, all retards. Positive.
His poor son is like, Dad, she's retarded. And he's like, nah, kid, you're way off. This is how they act.
I don't think my grandfather ever said anything that racist.
This is just how they are. Dad, stop saying that so loudly. I'm assuring you, this girl has special needs.
No, they all wear bibs for the barbecue.
Look at it. Look at how excited the parents are. There must be watermelon being served here. No, their mentally challenged daughter received an award.
She kept winning awards, excited every time.
This is just a family trying to show their special needs daughter love. And Joe is like, oh, what are we at a barbecue?
That's amazing.
I see black comedians that are like that all the fucking time. Yeah, right? So funny. Positive racism. So
Yeah, this girl, Tracy Morgan, they all be doing that, you know?
Michelle Obama, all of them. Eating with their fingers.
The whole gang of them. That's what they do, you know?
He does actually belong in South Philadelphia with that attitude. Now I'm thinking.
And Joe, by the way Joe summarizes that is like just a little positive racism. I call the whole group of people retards. You know, that's one of the good stereotypes.
I definitely want to hear his dark humor now. I want to hear him go black. You know,
what does Joe think black people are offended by?
What's your blue material, Joe?
What would upset them?
Oh no! Now he's going after moms next. So let's hope that.
Oh well, as we heard, Joe, this may have some personal venom here. The way Joe goes after moms.
And
awesome.
But then the mom says something that I thought was amazing. She said, because they asked her, they go, "Your son just won $1 million. Isn't this incredible? You know, what's he going to do with the money?"
Yeah, talking about what's his name, Jordan Walker, the kid that won the home run derby.
The home run derby, yeah, champion.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
And she goes, "You know what? I don't even care about the money. I want to talk about how impressive and how impressed I am of my son coming through in that moment right there. Wow. He deserves a wow." She said, "My son's been sleeping with a baseball glove since he was 3 years old in his bed every night, but he had his glove with him. He lives and breathes baseball, and I'm so proud of him that he just came through in that pressure moment like that." And I was just like, oh, this lady's the opposite of my mom. I want this lady.
You haven't accomplished anything.
You've never won the home run derby. You've never done the equivalent in your field. Nothing. What is she going to celebrate? By the way, what would this lady say? I still think he's a fucking failure in my eyes. What's that lady supposed to say? But it's a nice thing to say about your son. Joe's heart melted when he heard it. And he said, "Why doesn't my ma do that?" What's she going to say? "Joe, I can't believe you now have 3,000 followers in the greater Philadelphia area. That's, oh my God, what an achievement. I remember you would sleep with fucking Kinnison records playing back in the day."
I saw Bill's Hardware you advertising for, Joe. I've never been prouder.
Joe, every time I pass between Vito's Pizza and Winter Ford, I think of how proud I am of you.
Be my mom.
I love how
I make it about me.
We all need
the sun keeps going right. I'm gonna have to do this whole episode in the sun, everybody.
Yeah.
It's like a baseball player having to fight the shadows.
You're just like, we all need a Mrs. Walker in our life, because I'm not gonna lie, that's when you know your mom loves you for who you are and just appreciates you for doing what you're doing. Right?
Thanks,
that's like some quality stuff.
Quality stuff. Way to put a bow on that, Dan. Thank you.
She's the real MVP. We heard. Now, voicemails, Mike. Did we get him? Did we get him?
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe, I've given the number out. I've said give Joe some advice. Maybe some people heard that. But first, we just start with a straight voicemail, a MATARESE classic that he comments on here.
Yes.
We got a couple of voicemails I wanted you to play. I've sent you a couple of voicemails.
Hey, Joe.
I can hear my dog freaking barking downstairs,
love
by the way.
Show. Love the podcast. Saw you when you came to Tampa a few months back. You fucking killed. I know you. Your son goes to you.
See? That guy will probably fly up for a slice of Johnny's pizza.
Yes. 6-hour pizza, we call it. 3 hours up, 3 hours back.
Hey, I got a voicemail from Tampa. Will you pay me to advertise your Philadelphia pizza shop in Tampa? Because a guy called who enjoyed my show.
UT here, and I know you're in the area every once in a while. I'm a business owner, and if there's anything I can do for you down here in Tampa at any point, let me know. I have a big truck. I have every different type of tool and trailer you could think of. If you ever need to have your son moved, or need me to take care of somebody for him, you'd let me know. Hope everything is good.
My reaction to that would be, what an incredibly inappropriate offer. You want to help my son move? Stop talking about my son, sir. leave my son out of it. No, I'm not going to call you back, stranger in Tampa, and say, why don't you go spend a day with my son, help him move stuff.
See, I have the opposite feeling. The more local you get, the more Joe buys into it. So if you're like, oh, you got a truck and you help me move, I'm in.
You, Casey, have the correct mentality for this show. That's because that's exactly what happens here.
Yeah.
Going good and wish you continue that's with the show. Fuck all the haters. Keep it going.
Dan, do you think he was offering that like for free? Like if you need any moving.
By the way, almost as good a pause as Opie's pause earlier.
He's seeing cash in his eyes. He's like, wait a second, I can save some money here.
Yes, he's literally, yes, you're right. If it was a cartoon, the slots would be rolling in his eyes.
It's like, how can I sell this to other people?
Dan, do you think he means like on the arm? Like, by the way, Joe, either way, don't take it. Like if it's for money, you can find a better moving company than a guy calling you going, hey, pay me to help your son move. And I would suggest a guy that calls your voicemail line, you probably don't want him just interacting with your young son.
I have him going to his wife saying, we're halfway there. We got a guy to help us move, baby.
Hey, Joe, I'd like to interact with your family, particularly your son, who's in a different state than you. Just a fresh 18-year-old boy. You mind if I go pick up all his valuables and help him move? Interesting.
What's that going to set me back there?
Now, here's the only question we have here, Dan. Is he going to charge for such an experience? He's not going to charge me for the privilege, is he?
Let me ask you, truck man, will you work for plugs? Can I plug your truck company? Are you near Tampa?
That's how Joe's brain sees 3 and 4 moves ahead. He's like, I could, hey, fucking Vinny's moving in Tampa, Florida. My son's still alive. Yours would be too.
Work for my son and work for you.
I'll just do it for you, or is he like? Or like that is the best cold call ever to try to get business. Hey, man.
No, it isn't. No, it certainly isn't.
He was very specific to you, Joe.
Joe's acting like he was sly. He's like, hey, I'll move your son for you. And Joe's like, what do you think he meant by that?
Is that a cold call? Do you know what a cold call is, Joe? Come on.
The funny...
It's when you call from Philly, not Tampa. It's a cold call.
Right, like he's been doing this all day with other podcasts. He's like, hi, crime junkie. I've got a tip for you. If you're ever moving in the state of Florida.
I love that guy. Please, if that guy doesn't exist, invent yourself and do that to podcast hosts. That is amazing.
I think it's just you do need lots of moving when your kid's there, but this year he's in off.
He may rape my kid, but damn it, it's hard to move these things. So
Joe's disappointed that he can't. Damn. I wish you could go visit my son. You know what? How about you just take him out for a nice meal? Get a little, at the very least, get a little quality time in with him.
Take the temperature. This guy going to harm you if he gets all your stuff in a truck?
Off-campus housing, and
furnished.
It's all what's the word I'm looking for? It's furnished already. So he just had a few boxes from last year that we had a service deliver his shit right to his door. Yeah, he's got it easy. Doesn't even have to lift a fucking box. It's not moving.
Me too.
I love that guy.
He moved states. Was he going to carry all the boxes? He moved from fucking New York to Florida.
Joe's like, God damn, I had to move this kid, and all the time there was these people out there that would have done it for me. Fuck.
I called for that reason, and I appreciate it, dude. I hope that guy comes to a show again. What was his name again?
Hunter.
Like I'm gonna be hunting your child.
Oh, his name's Predator. Excellent.
Hunter, dude. I love that you said I'll take care of him too. Like not only will I help your kid move, I'll kill someone if you need me to, and we'll throw him in the back of the moving truck.
It's the guy you want reaching out about your child. Listen, he's of age. He can go with whatever truck driver he wants.
You wouldn't believe how fast these kids dissolve in acid these days. So fast. Familiar Story is the next one.
Oh, okay. Well, guys, you guys have been listening to this podcast for a while. Tell me if anything rings familiar about this man's plight. A gentleman named Mike G calls in. Let's see if his
G.
Let's see if his saga sounds familiar at all to anyone.
So, give me the other voicemail, Dan. I got Mikey B on the line.
Hey, man, I seen you in Boston once.
Mikey B, I'm sorry, even better.
Yeah, Mikey Boston.
Mikey B.
I wanted to say, man, you got to go back to Philly. I was from Western Mass, went out to Boston for school, and, it wasn't the same. I didn't feel alive. I didn't enjoy things. I started running a .net and decided, you know what, I'm going back to Western.
Okay, now
I started running a .net. Which doesn't that question like Joe? What does that mean? Started running a .net.
That might be the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Credit to this guy because he slipped it in. If you're just listening to that and you don't know the context, you're like, oh, like he got sick of the .com bubble burst, and this guy got into a .net. That makes sense. I started running it. Good job, sir. It seems like a real call. Credit to you.
That is amazing.
I didn't feel alive. I didn't enjoy things. I started running a .net and decided, you know what, I'm going back to Western Mass. It's where my family is, where my friends is. I was looking at places like East Longmeadow, Holyoke.
Well, listen, he's not entirely accurate. Like, I wouldn't say the story is exactly correct, but there are some subtle things that give it away, and I would say East Longmeadow is one of those.
Sir, you are a genius, whoever you are.
But I do have one note. I have one note for this guy, and I'll give it to you at the end of this call. Go back just a little bit, because when he starts listing East Longmeadow, he then goes on a list, and I don't know if it won't mean a lot to a lot of you, but to me it really meant something, and I know how he could make it better if he's listening. I've got one note for you.
Alive, I didn't enjoy things. I started running a .net and decided, you know what, I'm going back to Western Mass. It's where my family is, where my friends is. I was looking at places like East Longmeadow, Holyoke, Springfield, Pittsfield, the Berkshires, Chicopee, Northampton. And when I got back there, man, it revitalized me, it rejuvenated.
So if I can give this guy a note, and most people won't know. He probably just looked up city. Like, he's probably not from here. East Longmeadow and Pittsfield are like 2 hours away from each other. They're not close. It's just Western Mass, but they're not close. What I wish he did was just look up every Western Mass city and list them until Joe hung up.
Hung up?
I'm talking Wilbraham. I'm talking Hamden. I'm talking Ludlow. I'm talking Palmer. I'm talking Ware. And just listed them until Joe was like, all right, I think we get the point.
Joe would not hang up. He is very happy to listen to this call right now.
Joe is loving this. Listen to what he calls this call. But, sir, that's my own. Other than that, no notes. But that's my only. I wish. And it probably wouldn't gotten played. So you probably played it the right way. But just for my own personal gratification, I listed you. I wish you listed every town in Western Massachusetts.
The .net thing is going to make me laugh for a while. It also makes me think of Craig saying the same thing. He's like, "Yeah, I was working with a .org for a while." So it's very funny, very comic.
A charitable guy, a very good show.
I got back into comedy and doing stand-up reviews on my .net that I run.
Hold on.
And,
why did Dan giggle at Pittsfield?
They both were very. One got said, and they both nodded affirmingly, like, "Oh yes, that place."
Hold on, I'm gonna blow their fucking minds. And this is Pennsylvania, by the way. Do you know where the Steelers play?
Three Rivers Stadium?
Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that hilarious?
It is.
Why did that? Hold on, go back. I want to hear why that entertained them so much.
So they start, so he's listing cities, and then they mention a city where they all just kind of get very approving of it.
Pittsfield, the Berkshires, Chicopee, Northampton. And when I got back there, man, it revitalized me, it rejuvenated me. I got back into comedy and doing stand-up reviews on my .net that I run. And, Philly needs you, Someplace like Ardmore, Westchester, Phoenixville, New Hope, Doylestown.
It's great.
This is the greatest call I've ever heard.
And by the way, what it doesn't rate like if we were playing this voicemail, I hope that I'd be checked out and not listening to it, or which is the more likely scenario. But I think I would be like, wait, you do stand-up reviews on a podcast in Massachusetts, so you think I should move to Philadelphia? I don't. Why?
And what's a .net? And what the hell's a .net?
Philadelphia needs you. You'll be rejuvenated there. Shout out to this guy. And credit to him, never messaged me and said this got out. He just let it exist. Said, hey, see if Mike finds it. and
we found it.
Yeah.
Philly needs you. Someplace like Ardmore, Westchester, Phoenixville, New Hope, Doyleston.
He's nodding. Mike, he's nodding. Give me something to think about.
Doyleston is the Northampton of Pennsylvania. He's right.
Heck, I think Haddonville, Jersey would be perfect for you, man. That's exactly what you need.
How does he know? He's from Massachusetts.
Joe's like, yep, I think this guy might got it. He might have nailed me.
Haddonville, New Jersey is perfect for you, Joe. And that's because I run a .net in Western Mass.
The .net thing, dude. God damn.
Go home, Joe. Go home.
He said, "Go home, Joe," and Joe is just sitting there basking in the thought.
Now
of
listen
the genius.
to how Joe describes this. He encapsulates this, and he's drinking it in. And you're right. Listen to how he describes this call. I think it changed his life, really.
Go home,
How
Joe.
good was that?
Go
How good of a
home.
call was that? I mean, that guy had
That's so
had
good.
3 moments in the call that I could quote.
It's like Rocky.
Oh, Jerky Boys are jealous of this call, man. Amazing job.
I have no idea what they are, by the way. 3 moments I could quote? When he said Chicopee.
When you listed those cities twice, it was amazing.
I don't know if you caught him. Did you catch
when he
the quotable?
said, I lived in Western Mass and went to Boston for school. Like, what is the quote?
If the .net is not one of those 3 things, I'm rioting. Right?
By the
I'm
way,
telling you
sir,
that.
if you are moonlighting as me I went to Westfield State, which is Western Mass still. I didn't go to Boston until after.
Moments.
Just to clarify.
You had a couple, he's like stand-up comedian reviews.
No,
Yeah,
not
also,
that.
This is Dan completely guessing.
I've been here as a producer. He's just saying words.
Can you guess what moments I would quote here? And Dan, instead of just saying no, which I would say, you just said you've had moments like, just say no. I don't know what you're talking about. Dan instead goes, he said the stand-up reviews. You would like that, wouldn't you, Joe? I think Joe would hate that, by the way.
He picked the one thing that Joe actually would hate of all the things he said.
you had a couple, he's like stand-up comedian reviews.
No,
Yeah,
not
also,
that.
you need to go
You
home.
go home. That,
No, not that.
No.
the end was a good one. You need to go home. Philly needs you. That's a good one. Philly needs you. But the one that really caught
you really
me.
stroked my ego. That's a great quote when he said Philly needs you. That's, all the powerful quotes throughout history. I like when Ben Franklin talked about me directly and said what a great guy I am.
Yes, the caller here, you nailed it. Like, you got into his head, and you have now made a blueprint for every other call after this.
The playbook is out there, folks.
Jesus Christ.
He's going to be now, he might watch this and it'll be on high alert, but the playbook is out there.
It won't matter because the ego will trump any logic.
He said, go home, Joe, which is what I wanted to hear. He said, Philly needs you, which is what I've convinced myself of. Philly needs you. Imagine thinking that.
I'm thinking some sort of psychiatrist made this call. The level and depth that it got to with Joe is insane.
Philadelphia in the last, month has had the World Cup, the Home Run Derby. Shane Gillis set a comedy record there. I think they just got LeBron.
Jaylen Brown.
Okay. They got Jaylen Brown. I think without MATARESE, things are doing all right there.
They got KCP too, Katovius Caldwell Pope. He just signed there too.
Yep, I was thinking that.
Kyrie Irving might go over there.
All right, enough.
Dan is when he said it at the beginning. You don't need to play it, but and talking about feeling alive, the last part of this podcast, which is what trailer came out 2 days ago.
You know, can you guess, Casey?
What trailer came out? It'd have to be a comedy. Yes.
Nope.
Trailer came out. Was it? Oh, the Doomsday.
No, you're way off. I Play Rocky.
Oh my God, I'm an idiot. So he must watch that thing 1,000 times.
Yeah, he sure did. That is what Joe's life has been culminate. It's the culmination of Joe's existence, I think, is I Play Rocky coming to theaters in November. The trailer dropped recently, and Joe was very excited about it. So they watched the trailer. So we don't have a lot of that. But he does have some thoughts on it.
Yes, and then we get a Dan take next.
Oh, Dan take is very exciting. So they're talking about the trailer. And listen, say what you want about Joe. He's a diehard Rocky fan. But you're probably thinking, I'd like to know what Dan thinks on all this. Dan intrigues me. We don't bring a lot of Dan clips up. He does reveal his podcast, which I think we're going to have to look into at some point.
Absolutely.
But this is what fascinates me about Dan.
You had to pause it right here.
I have to say, like, rewatching this trailer, I have to. Part of it's like this movie alone, the whole premise, like you said, the premise of the music, the premise of the production of Rocky is phenomenal. I think
Hold on. The premise of music.
As this guy said, he could rewind live TV. That's the only thing I need to know.
The premise of music, the premise of Rocky, none of which technically apply to the movie. The premise of the movie, first of all, the premise of music, I don't know what that means. I guess you can argue the premise of, they're trying to tie Stallone's life to Rocky's as if he is Rocky, like he's an underdog in this story. I don't know if this movie is going to be great, especially if you know a lot of the stuff. It seems like underwhelming to me. But I guess if you're a diehard Rocky fan, you're going to love it. But this is again Dan trying to channel what he thinks Joe wants him to say. Which I would say to Casey, listen to this. If you do this, just strip yourself of it. Don't. I never need you to say anything. Say whatever's actually in your head. Don't pretend to do this, whatever the fuck this is.
This is where Yes and goes off the rails a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
The whole premise, like you said, the premise of the music, the premise of the production of Rocky is phenomenal. I think it's worthy. It's crazy that Stallone isn't involved with it, but at the same time, I also think it's good. I hope it's good. I guess maybe that's what more.
You know how I feel about this?
Joe just moves on. Joe is not even listening.
The mix of ADHD host and uninteresting producer is fascinating on this show.
The premise of the music was good, and it's good. And I think what I meant to say was, I hope it's good. just say, I don't know. Say I'm not that big a Rocky fan. I don't know.
Dan, you're a future superstar. I'm coming to watch you. Please be as good on your own shows. Final one here. Raised by Rocky.
Oh, maybe he says it in this clip. But he has a podcast. Dan has a podcast called Real Chums, which I don't really know what that's a play on. It's REEL. So like movie chums, I guess.
Maybe about sharks.
But yeah, right. Fishing. But Real Chums seems like it's a play on. So it's a real reach if it's not a play on anything.
He gets more fascinating by the second.
But they're real chums. I think we might have to check out eventually. But anyways, let's see our last MATARESE clip here.
You always lie.
Just the way the title looks on screen. I think you're going to have to fly to Philly, and we're going to go see it down there together.
That seems like we should. Money well spent.
Well, Mike, if he's going to fly his producer down to see a movie, and you have a pool, I'm just putting it out there.
You're setting a bad precedent here, Joe. Money horribly spent to fly him in to watch the Rocky movie with you, so you can give your take, and we hear Dan mumble through what he's guessing you want him to say.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
I'll have I'll bring my.
I loved.
Yes.
We could do a podcast. My co-host, I think
I'm flying you in.
You can board us.
Flying.
We'll do it. We'll do it.
I played Joe. My brother's kid said that. I think he made it. No, my friend Chris Cayano's kid said that. He goes, I play Joe Matarese. Dude, I'm not lying. I must have gotten 40 texts of that trailer from people the day it came out. I was like, I go to my wife. Why am I getting many I play Rocky texts? She goes, are you kidding? You live and breathe that fucking movie. And I go, not anymore. I don't. Not anymore.
You're working on a one-man show titled "Raised by Rocky."
Starting now.
If I go to your TikTok, I'll find 50 fucking Stallone impressions. But Joe does this thing where he's like, why do people think of me in that way that I've entirely portrayed myself? Next it'll be, and he's already started to do this a little bit on the podcast, where he's like, why don't these people think I want to move to Philly? What? That's where you've made your identity. Like, he makes his identity a thing for a month, and then people make fun of it, so he gets uncomfortable with it. Like, he I don't know, deflects it or avoids it or whatever it is. But I got 5 or 6 messages when that trailer came out from people being like, great day for Joe Matarese.
Yes.
Like, why wouldn't you you've made it your entire identity. You did a podcast about Rocky. You do a Rocky impression. You're working currently on a one-man show about Rocky. I'm sure in your life you talk about the movie nonstop. That's why, Joe.
You want to move to his neighborhood and run those steps every day.
Yeah, you want to move to Philly to be like Rocky. Yeah. You think you're Rocky. You think you're this underdog story that's just never gotten the shot.
I wonder if he thinks every Apollo is retarded. Hey-o.
Yeah. Apollo's family, their daughter graduated from like, you know how they are.
That fucking movie. And I go, not anymore, I don't. Not anymore, I don't. And she's like, shut up. Of course you're going to get a million texts.
Though when you, even just starting this pod, I've realized how much of a Rocky, how much it is, if we, so on my podcast for Real Chums, REELCHUMS.
I didn't let him finish his point. I just wanted the Real Chums plug.
That guy does not finish a thought. Holy shit. Finish a thought.
I think his brain is going a million miles an hour and his mouth can't catch up to it.
That's why you got to have no brain, Mike. It's better to have no brain up there.
But yeah, Joe Matarese not moving to Philly unless his parents croak. So, but here's the other interesting part of that. He loved that voicemail that was like, Joe, you got to go back to Philly. And he's like, yeah, that's what a powerful quote. I've got to move back to Philly. That's really deep. But he can't until his parents die now. So what's the point of any of this?
No point. But we're all dumber for have watched it. Thank you, Joe. And
if your parents are 2 hours away or like 30 minutes away, is it that much of a difference, you know?
Not if they're dead, Mike, which he's waiting for.
I suppose, yeah.
Yay, super chats.
Going here for you. I finished today. Voltaire, $3255. Tukey's womanly fear of getting Melton's sandwich order wrong must make your skin crawl. Your estimation of him, hold on a second. Your estimation of him as a man must have plummeted.
Casey put me in my place there.
I had to finish.
Hey, hold on a second, bud.
You said no more yes man, so I'm trying to.
I like that. I'm a little turned on. I know where I stand now.
That's a question.
Is this a real thing?
So I guess he
came up on who are these podcasts. Well, you know what? I'll ask him tomorrow night. But do you know anything about it?
I don't know anything about it, but it is important to get people's orders correct. So I don't fault him for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a clip or something I can watch? Because I assume tomorrow he's going to say it wasn't as big a deal, but it's the second show. People have messaged me about it.
The things that get judged over in these worlds are a little bizarre to me. So, you know,
I understand.
Sandwich. Relax, people. Hamilton Burger 6440. As the police, you can maybe hear it.
I hear that. Your numbers come up.
It's a busy day here in Venice. Canadian $2. Joe could hire the caller to move his parents. Move in quotes there. I think he's saying hire it, man. It's a great idea.
I think that's not a bit. Hey, interesting. Listen. Don't. If you don't rape my son, I got a job for you.
Joe Matarese's new show. Joe discovers the dark web. I'm gonna find someone to kill my parents, so I can move to New Jersey and be Rocky. That's basically it. Mike, anyway, where can people find you?
It's a .net that I run. Blindmike.net.
It's a .net.
I've been running. I moved back home to run a .net. So if you guys wouldn't mind supporting that cause, all my links are there. Support the show wherever you get podcasts. Support us for free. We appreciate that by liking, subscribing, commenting. Helps more people find the show. And if you'd like to go the extra mile and become a member on Patreon or YouTube, and you get early access and bonus content like BTH tomorrow night at 8 p.m. with Cardiff and Tukey. So go check that out tomorrow. HackRideStudios.com. Anything cooking there?
Yes, we have this week is the last final episode of the Trek Off with Vinny Paulino and his love for low-top Nike Pandas. And so that'll be Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, which is fun. And also, Mike, next time I see you, I will be bearing gifts. And that gift is a 90-minute Brendan Schaub movie. That's right, the 90-minute original animated movie. Bands and Bullets will be out in 2 weeks.
Why?
This is because it takes a long time to make a 90-minute animated movie. So what happened was...
No, I know. I'm saying, why is it 90 minutes is my question.
my boy couldn't stop. He just kept going.
Okay.
But you did have the Batman idea. I sent him that 2 years ago.
I got to tell you, I was going to say, I don't remember it. I don't know. So there's a chance, I'm warning you, there's a chance this falls flat on pure memory. I don't remember the Batman idea.
Well, no. So we gave him the Batman idea. He looked at it and he did what I did and just said, I'm going to make it my own. And so he just made his own story with Brendan, with all the guys, Shane Gillis, Tony Hinchcliffe, Joe Rogan, all those guys are in it.
Interesting.
And it's sort of like a Ocean's 11, but Brendan Schaub's like an idiot in the whole thing.
And my name is not attached to this, correct?
Not attached at all, no.
My hands are clean.
Your hands are clean, but it will be premiering after your show in 2 weeks. So chat, look forward to that. It's pretty good. I've only seen the original copy. I haven't seen the new edited versions, but I'm sure it's amazing. And so that will be here.
Subscribe to HackRide on YouTube. Make sure you don't miss it. At HackRide on YouTube. Support Casey Day. Support the backbone of this program, as well as Craig. Verygoodshow.org. Go check out a very good show. And start hounding him on Twitter. Say, Craig, my belly's empty. I need a little nourishment. Fill me up with a very good show. What was that I didn't hear?
My tummy hurts.
Wow, I didn't think you had one that directly to what I was saying.
I got a lot of Craigers.
Let me hear that again. That's terrifying.
My tummy hurts.
That's like hearing Jerry Sandusky say, I enjoy young people.
Many small children might have heard that before their life.
My tummy hurts.
I horse around with young people.
Joe, Matarese is, Craig is available for parent as well as kids. So
I'll move Craig. Don't worry about it. He'll babysit. All right, gang. I think that's it.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And we have a meme transition.
Say it's Boogie.
Steppers through the way, everyone up. Now, this is very interesting. Now, really, ladies, if you're listening, and men, and everybody in between.
If I tell you you've got a homicide, buddy, you've got a homicide.
I hope to hear from you soon.
I am proud to own the Trumpy Bear, and I will always be proud to be an American.
Put it in the outro.
Until then, have yourself a great day, and as always,
there's no cum on my mic.
Rock on.
Stop the baloney, huh? What kind of statement is that?
I wrote it. One of my favorite players to cover when he was here was Mike Vrabel. Tell me Mike Vrabel's story. Whatever, dude. I keep it cool at the gym.
Piss on it. Fuck you, Mike. Fuck you, Mike. Fuck you, Mike. All right. Stop, my belly hurts.
My dad was in the military.
Was that, sir?
Can you please kindly F off, please?
If a person is on a bridge threatening to jump, how do we know that he wants help?
Okay, I hope nothing bad happened.
Money, 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 money. Fuck, please.
Anyway, God bless America.
Put it in the outro.
Bite, bite, sip, sip, do the deep dish combo mambo.